Welcome back. We have our players in the appropriate garb for the events. So let's get into our recap of what happened last time, as to explain why everyone looks so fantastic right now.
Listen, we didn't have a disguise kit, okay?
This is the disguise kit. Music.
I don't remember initiative order. Okay.
You turned on silence. Congratulations. There we go.
A peaceful battle, okay?
Brand, Hearse surfs his way into a semi-stable position as he sees the drawing crowd and the impending doom of this hearse. Because the crowd is chanting, marching, causing their own form of ruckus, and only a few are noticing this out of control wagon as it makes its way down the street. I will give you enough time to make one action.
Right, let me just see here, because I'm going to...
Do we all get one action before
Is it just him?
it goes into
What
the
is-
crowd?
I'm giving it to him because he's literally on top of the fucking thing right now. His turn was next on the initiative as well.
I'm glad I forgot to write that down. I'm a bad person. Cool.
Save the initiative.
I put your
I'm
items
going
over
to
there.
use
Yeah.
3 mana. And I am going to whistle my lullaby to the horses.
You're gonna
Sleep
put the
spell.
horses to sleep.
I like it. I mean,
I was gonna pull out my bullets
Yeah,
and trip them up.
I mean, I was gonna brain him,
So
but
this is a
thanks,
total
guys.
that's a total of 9d8 worth of hit
Very
points
different.
that I can put to sleep.
All right. Roll them hit points.
Very different.
Yeah, you're like, I'm gonna put them to
strategy.
sleep. You're like, I'm gonna contain them. I was just gonna fucking put magic missile in their ears. I love you guys. That says a lot about our characters.
Okay. Here is 5. All right, so that's 11, 14, 18, 21. Ooh, 29, 31, 36, 37 hit points, creatures.
Flippity flip. Flip flip.
War horses must be hardy.
Well, I mean, they have to be to a certain extent because they are going through fucking.
Yeah.
How many hit points worth?
37.
Is it like in the range?
I'm trying to decipher his face.
Yeah.
What's 18 plus 18?
36.
Wow.
Yeah! Oh, we didn't have to murder horses the first thing in our day. This is good. I feel better about this now.
The sleep spell
I'm glad
hits
you got
like a
this.
ton of bricks.
They fall.
And the horses stumble. Their front legs buckling out from underneath them. The forward crossbar of the wagon dips to the ground and catches the cobblestone street.
Dex save.
Oh, I rolled too well for that not to happen.
Fuck.
What? For what not to happen?
It catches into a divot in the street.
Catapult!
Anybody who has viewed a pole vault before knows what comes next.
Oh my god. Oh, the child.
The hearse bucks into the air, catching enough momentum before that cross beam snaps to send the hearse hurtling.
Oh
forward, this time laterally through the air into the crowd. I'm gonna need Bran to make a dex save here.
To be fair, before we would try
22!
Oh, bitch!
In
Yeah! So proud.
Would this be a moment Bran would go, oh shit?
Yes.
Brand looks down at the horses, all of a sudden just dropping. Feels it coming.
I knew it was going to happen.
Says, oh shit. And just as the hearse begins to lift, Brand catches his footing in heels and dives off the hearse, taking 3 hit points as his body rolls across the cobblestones and actually ends up right in front of Carmen, almost rolling to her feet. Giving you
Brilliant
all
performance.
a wonderful view of the carnage as the hearse, normally a carrier of the dead, becomes the creator.
Oh my. Did the coffin fly out of it, or is it still like inside?
I'm getting there.
I'm describing here. Give me a minute.
Okay. I'm just concerned about the child.
Like a sick, twisted, morbid siege engine, the cart starts to roll into the crowd, only coming to a stop because no further forward momentum and also the resistance of the bodies it's plowing into.
What happened to Jan?
He was on it. You were paying attention to jump. It's carnage, though. Screams replace chants. People are running for their lives. Bodies strewn everywhere. Amongst the carnage, you start seeing the guards getting up, as well as the nurglings swarming around the ground. But there's too much. You can't really see within the mass of people what's become of any of the key things. Jan, the casket itself. It's all one big pile of busted timber lying amongst a pile of dead.
All right, well, I whipped the disguise off because it's pointless now.
And Lanira's turn. We're resuming initiative.
Alright. Doing the same, not wanting to be associated, rips the cloak off, which is graceful, not at all like what Cassandra does. And
One-handed,
yeah.
throwing to the side.
Fucking rips that
Anime
shit.
moment.
Yeah,
Oppo-
anime.
You see it flying a little bit. before it
Opposite
finally
shoulder
falls?
grab.
And the
across.
the flourish and the flowering.
Yes, release, and then it, for some reason, like that one corner is still held taut, but the rest is fluttering as it flies through the air. It's not just a
yes.
bundle of fabric.
Thank you guys.
We're welcome.
And the god raising back.
So she's kind of higher up and further down. From that point of view, am I able to kind of see in this chaos, like, specifically maybe where Jan's been, or
Make
can
a
I target
perception test.
anyone? Or is it just like a fucking mountain of flesh and screams? Let's see. Well, with a, 13?
All you see is bedlam.
Alright, so she's going to try and find a way down from the banister she'd taken Nils up with.
You have to go, from what you can see around you, you'd either have to go through the house or jump down.
How far
It's a
up am I?
It's a one-story drop.
Excuse me, pardon me.
It's a one-story drop. And from what you can see, there is a newsstand. There's stacks of crates and newsprint where a herald probably was standing before everything
Oh.
happened,
What did I do?
Yeah.
that you might be able to hop
Oh,
down.
sorry.
You will
Alright.
need a dex check as you jump down.
Yeah. Yeah, she's gonna try and gingerly make her way, but she probably looks about as awkward as a wet cat as she does it.
Make a dexterity athletics check.
Athletics. Oh.
Oh, I think that's a raw roll for me, actually.
Boy, when you
it's a
drop
0?
into somebody's house, you really
Oh,
drop
no.
into the house.
I have +1 in dex,
All
but
right,
I don't have.
so it's
all right.
it's dexterity plus 1.
19.
Yep.
Yay!
Hopping over the railing, she drops down, lands on the newsprint boxes, and daintily takes a step off and lands at street level, barely making any impact. Legolas style.
In a pose.
So that's like
That's
10 feet of movement. You still can move towards
and
the
I,
crowd,
but I
you would
still
be at
can't
the edge
see
of the
anything.
crowd. You
All right,
wouldn't be able
so
to see anything.
can I cast meteors but not fire them? Okay, it does say normally you cast off 2 on your turn.
Yeah, but
Okay, cool.
you
I can
can
hold them.
choose to do that.
Thank you. All right, then she's just going to start readying that like floating.
Or
Yeah. And that is.
drawing into the wind of if I remember, it's Shahish? No. Right?
Akshi or
Akshi, yes. Wind of Akshi, the red wind of fire. She draws out 6 floating orbs. It's 6,
Yeah.
right? 6 floating orbs of fire that start to orbit her head.
You really do have these anime moments, don't you?
They're like shells in Mario Kart that spin around you. You know what I mean?
Listen, I drew. Actually, no, I drew Scorching Ray.
Oh.
Sorry.
Carmen's turn.
Okay. Carmen, as the carriage was coming toward them, before the horses fell asleep, she reached behind her to get her bolas. She was intending to throw them at the horses. Then, seeing it careen over, she's like scanning the crowd and the carnage, looking for Jan. She shouts out, "Don't let him get away!" Can I do a perception test to find
Yeah,
him?
you can make
Okay.
you can make a perception test to look for Jan.
Maybe
hold
you
on a
can
second.
sense where he is.
Yes.
While you do that, Squire.
I do have
I think he's in the
divine
bathroom.
sense.
Yes.
No, he's listening to the audio from another.
While
room.
she's doing that, she's activating Divine Sense, which is an action.
I'll go.
Squire. He's so happy that he has a squire at last.
You go. Good. You don't have to sequester yourself anymore.
As she's scanning the crowd, she's activating Divine Sense.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yes, the crowd feels extremely chaotic right now. There's a
But
mass.
which kind of
There's
chaos?
a mass
Really?
of Nurglish chaos just
Yeah.
flowing from
But
the
I'm
center.
looking for Jan, so I'm gonna roll.
I'll give you advantage on your perception test.
This is what I hoped for.
Okay, with that outfit right now, you're looking like a little bit of the West, if you know what I mean. By going like this. Gonna get somebody's little dog.
Pre-transformation when she's on the bike.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh my god. Oh, one of them I rolled a 17, so it's perception. So it's an 18.
You see through the swarming people passing back and forth in front of you. Your eyes darting through the crowd. Your sense kicks in of where the corrupt truly lie. Being as Jan revealed himself as a powerful enough sorcerer that he could create fleshy homunculi from his own body, you're able to see the sickly yellow-brown pallor of his aura just past the cart. You don't see his actual form. but you have a bead on where he was before the divine sight falls.
Okay.
Because it's only a momentary. It's like pinging.
Yeah, it's like a few seconds.
Yeah, it's like it's a turn long ping of
Yeah.
where is evil? Boom.
Yeah, it doesn't even say, but I remember reading it short.
No.
Okay, so that was her action, was to do the divine sense. So, I mean...
Oh, divine sense is an action?
Yes.
Okay.
It sucks, right?
Are you able to talk still?
Yes,
Okay.
that's free action. So as
And
I
move.
yell, like, don't let him get away, and like I point forward, and then I start hauling ass. I want to go like kind of around where people were actually falling down. Like, I want to go around the crowd to try and cut him off, if that's possible, because I assume people are gonna start running away who didn't get hit. Like, I'm just trying to explain what I want to do.
You want to go? Okay, so you want to go
Yeah.
around the crowd.
Yeah, I want to try and cut him off.
All right, that's gonna take you like 3 turns. Like, this is, think of like a city intersection, and it's filled with panicking people and dead bodies
Well, wouldn't,
everywhere.
like, people who didn't get hit start like dispersing?
It doesn't really work like that. Everybody has a different idea of where to disperse from. There's confusing information. Some people are trying to run to see what they can do. Some people are trying to run away to get away. It's confusion right now.
I'm not gonna run into the cart. I want to go around the cart.
Okay, so like I
Yeah.
said, it's gonna take you about like 3 turns to get to that spot, like shoving your way through the crowd. Unless you do something that actively gets people out of your way, just moving, it's gonna take you that long. But that would require
Well, I
probably an
can't.
action.
Yeah, I don't.
Nils, what's Nils doing? He's
Is
up
that
there
his
too.
turn now?
It's his turn now. Is he gonna
Okay.
jump down?
He'll probably have a better time of it than I
Him
did.
do? Yes, he's gonna jump down.
Okay, make a athletics dexterity check.
He was in 7.
Grand total?
Yeah.
Oh,
This is,
to be fair, he just got like
No, it's
stabbed
all
and
right, it's all
everything.
right,
he's
it's
got a
alright,
minus.
buddy.
He's got a.
He
minus
also
1.
has armor, so it makes sense that he wouldn't be able to jump down a flight
Seeing
of stairs.
seeing Lanira hop off and so gracefully land to the street below. Nils. Yes, I can do this.
Oh my god.
One,
Don't die, Nils.
I hit heights. Jumps off as he goes. He doesn't think to actually like hop over the railing. He tries to clear it in a single jump and catches his foot
Nils.
on the railing and just goes ass over tea kettle forward, almost landing on his head if it weren't for the final flip and landing, blowing out the air out of his lungs
that
as he
hurts.
lands on his back.
Yeah.
Thankfully, he had enough padding under his armor.
To not get hurt.
He takes 3 damage
He
from
didn't-
the fall.
He didn't fly so much as plummet.
But as Carmen starts to run, she hears, "Hey, look!
Look over. Nils! This is important! Get up! So I'm assuming that takes this whole turn to like situate himself.
Sigmar did not protect.
So yes, he's stunned for the rest of the round.
Okay.
He's knocked prone and stunned.
That makes sense.
Oh, buddy.
Carmen begins to make her way through the crowd. She hears, amongst the panicked screams, she can hear the sloshing, slurping, scuttling. And she can see people falling as they run in between her and the cart. People running and like tripping and falling.
By the way, she has no reservations about shoving people out of the way.
Everybody move!
Just as she's throwing a shoulder out of the way, leaping towards her face is a blob made purely of mucus and
Not again.
pus.
Not again.
But this blob has teeth and eyes, and it's about the size of a large teddy bear. Not like you're like, hey, look what I won at the fair kind of teddy bear. Like, you know, I bought it from Build-A-Bear, large bear. Like maybe 1.5 feet tall.
Can we call it a Nurgle scuttle?
It's a Nurgling,
Oh,
it's
Nurgle.
called. They have tiny arms and legs, and
Oh
they
my
look like
God.
little piles of crap.
Disgusting creatures.
But as it flies towards your face, you see 3 more running around, and you realize these things are attacking in a swarm.
All attacking me or just anything?
They're attacking things around, but you're close enough that
Yeah.
it's the way swarms work in,
Yeah.
at least the way I prefer to run swarms. They're kind of like a roaming AoE with health.
Interesting.
So they get a free multi-attack at anything within the AoE.
Okay.
Because that's how Nurglings roll. An 8, a 2, and 20.
He said that so happily.
Oh, good.
So the two of them
Okay.
the 2 at your feet are busy just attacking anything that's close. The one flying at your face, that I didn't see this coming effect
Yeah.
really worked, and it smashes just flesh just across your face like a mucus cream pie.
Add on.
And we are going to do
And
damage.
it bites you in the shoulder.
Oh
Not
man.
the shoulder again.
Oh.
No. It does 9
9!
points of damage.
Nerds.
As you can feel the
We're nerds.
teeth, like the body makes that wet mud-like
Yeah.
splatter, but the teeth jam into your face,
Ew.
and you can feel the goop and the sloughing viscous fluid starts to burn as it slides down your face, biting as it goes down your body.
It feels familiar, don't it?
Yeah. Well, that was a whole body experience. It's very different. You gotta pay for those.
Different type of cream pie.
You also hear you also hear gunfire
Oh,
from
fuckers.
within. No, neither of them hit though. Bullets start ricocheting off the walls near Lanira.
Oh, the guards.
No.
It's Gertie's turn. I wrote you down on the initiative tracker as Gertie, so I'd remember.
Okay. Well, I've doffed the disguise.
Well, you're still probably in a dress, though. I mean, did you take the time to unlace yourself and
Wait.
shit?
Since you're learning the winds, you call it a magical girl transformation? Go ahead.
Yes, so I spin around everything. I get the outline.
Peasants are throwing glitter behind you.
My whole shoulder. All right. Anyway. Continuing on.
By the power of the moon, I will punish you. Yes. Okay. How far away am I from the cart right now?
You are what would be considered like 50 feet from the cart. Think like the distance from just down, like just before you get to an intersection of a city intersection. Like
Yeah.
I'm talking the big city intersections, and the center of that intersection. But then put a whole fuck ton of people in the way.
Okay.
Not just a fuck ton, a metric fuck ton. Bigger.
All right. Are there any of the guards between me and the cart? Make
Make perception. You need to make perception tests to see anything in this combat right now. The terrain is
18.
dangerous and moving.
18.
You can see between you and the cart, there's probably 3 guards, and you see Harmon just scraping stuff off of... It's reminding you of a time in the sewers when just throwing handfuls of rot and mucus and pus to the floor, and it's slowly reforming into a small little Batman with pudgy little arms and pudgy little legs and a giant... Do you remember the scene in Son of Flubber?
Yeah.
In the Flubber remake when it got its hands on the doll's eyes and the mouth? Think like that, but made of pus.
Or critters.
No, that's too cute.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, no, this is disgusting.
Or the gingerbread man in that fucked up Hansel and Gretel. No. Brothers Grimm.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Brothers Grimm movie? Okay. Do you remember the thing that turned into the gingerbread man? That mud thing? That's what it looks like before it solidified into a gingerbread thing. It's got eyes, it's got teeth, and it's just a ball of... bleh.
Well, I'm gonna shoot the gumdrop buttons off of that thing when I get to it. Not my gumdrop buttons! Okay. So, with that perception... Alright, so that's what I don't see the guards. I see this...
No, you see about 3 guards.
Okay.
And those things.
Alright,
And
now...
on Carmen.
Okay, on the guards, are any of the guards that I see the ones that took a shot at Lanira?
No, you can see from the puffs of smoke, 1 or 2 might have fired in that direction.
Okay, using my first attack.
I had to remember, this is not smokeless powder era. There was definitely a
Trail.
There's definitely a smoke trail. They're easy to pick out now.
Okay, using my first attack, I will use one. Right now I've got 1 regular pistol and I got the repeater out.
Mm-hmm.
So with the regular pistol on my first attack, I will shoot at one of the guards that just took a shot at her.
Okay. He's got half cover, so you increased his AC by 2. I hope you don't miss.
19?
That'll hit. He threads the passers-by and the maddening crowd as the ball, in a smooth bore era, finds its way to its mark. From 50 yards out. God damn. What's the range on those pistols again?
Sexual. Is that the range? It's titled sexual.
You gotta double check what the range is.
Yeah.
Might have had you roll a disadvantage if it was too far out.
Where did my
Pistols.
60.
60. Okay, yep. Oh, you fired the repeater into him.
Well, first that's the first. I have the same range with the repeater that I do with the pistols.
Okay.
So, let me see. But I don't get the disadvantage with the repeater because it's of a finer quality. Okay, so that was Oh, it's a D10 plus 3. That's better.
68. That's not as far as you think.
7 points.
7 points of damage. The ball impacts, and you see the spray of red fly out and splatter into the crowd behind, as more people are now screaming, covered in. You'd say that that this caused them to be covered in blood, but some of them are already mangled from getting crushed by getting crushed or winged by debris from the hearse, or possibly getting knocked down and trampled by the panicking crowd. You can't tell whose blood is whose on who, but you can see that this one's almost down. See the bullet just almost spins him in his place as he holds his hand to his shoulder, and there's a big, almost baseball-sized gulf across his shoulder.
Okay. Now, the repeater I will use. And this one is an unnatural 20.
That'll be a hit as well. God damn, threading the needle with these shots.
Makes me think of Musketeers, BBC style.
Yeah.
Fucking in like this chaos.
12 points.
Finish him.
The next round. You ever see Mail Call with Lee Irby? You know his distaste for watermelons?
Yes.
Yeah. It was a head.
Oh, headshot. Okay, boom. Now,
You see the round enters in like a ping pong ball through his temple and like a dinner plate through the back of his head as gray matter and skull fragments just pepper and scatter around behind him as it just drops to the floor like a sack of potatoes.
okay. Now for my second attack, click with the repeater, and I'll take aim at another one.
All right. From now on, for the sake of the way you're supposed to order it, it's you do your attack action, which is 2 attacks with the main hand.
Right. Well, I had the pistols. I've always been able to do it with that as the one attack.
The second attack is a bonus action.
Okay.
The offhand attack, dual wielding, is a bonus action. So it would be bang, reload, bang.
Okay.
All right? Because the reload is an attack action.
Okay.
So if you ever get to a point where you have extra attack for 3 attacks, you'll be able to go bang, reload, bang. Rotating the barrel is either an attack action or a bonus action. Like you can spend an attack action to reload or a bonus action.
Okay.
So if you want to shoot the repeater, spin the barrel, fire again, you're not firing with the other hand because you use that hand to spin that barrel.
Right.
All right? So just do the main hand first, and then bonus action it can be the other shot, or if you
With
use
the
the
regular pistol. Okay.
Exactly. Just for the purposes of doing the proper sequencing, because that's all out of order the way you just did it. So just keep that in mind, how that's supposed to flow. So you can only get those 2 shots, but the next round you don't have to change the barrel over.
Right.
You're
all right. So I don't
solid.
have my second attack then.
Your second attack was already done. You fired the main pistol.
I get 2 attacks though around now.
Yes. You attacked once. You used the second attack
on that one
to reload. You can use the attack to reload to switch the barrel over, and then use the offhand to fire the second regular pistol.
Okay, I only fired.
Right. Bang. Turn the barrel. Bang. That's attack, bonus action attack. That's it. Just for that's the way it's supposed to flow in 5th edition.
Okay.
All right.
So when I'm dual wielding, so I'm better off using the 2 pistols individually then.
It's a possibility, but also you get to load up 3 good shots into that main pistol where you have to go into reload actions.
Right.
Because you don't need to do a reload action by spinning the barrel. All right, sorry. The repeater pistol is new and different and weird. It's a burgeoning technology. I'll double check it later if I'm wrong.
Okay.
We will adjust it. But
All right,
for
so
now,
that-
that's the way we'll do it.
So then I'm done.
That's your turn. You also have a movement.
Yeah, I will move towards the cart.
Okay, you can get within maybe 10 feet of Carmen.
Okay.
So-
Because I know to stick closer to her so I get her protection.
There you go. You run up and you're maybe like 10 feet behind Carmen to her right. She's kind of angling around the hearse.
5 feet. Just saying.
Lynira's turn.
So like keeping this like halo flame around her, she's trying to stay along the edges of the street and keep like wagons, streetcars, etc. as coverage and snake her way closer to Carmen. And
Right, so she's actively seeking cover.
but
okay.
like yeah, after that bullet whipped past her, she's like fuck, trying to like stay a little low, and as she's holding any meteor to like palm into the face of anything that tries to attack her while she gets closer to them.
If you just deadbolt ran,
Yeah.
you would get to within 5 feet of Carmen.
Okay, but I want
Because her
to.
movement was slow.
Did she see the one guard's head go goosh?
Yeah, oh, yeah, everybody saw that.
Did I see that? Because I've got goosh on my
Oh,
face.
you've been wiping it off.
Yeah.
You weren't blinded. If you were blinded, then yeah, you were. Bleh, but no, it was kind of.
She's not trying to dead run. She's trying to be very careful about it and kind of sneak her way back up to them without like
No, I
keeping
mean just a
coverage.
full move action would get you there without
Okay,
having to worry about.
Along the way, do I have any clear shot of like clusters of the Nurglings, or is it just people still?
It's so many people that attacking the Nurglings in and of themselves. You're probably gonna hit people.
What
if
about
you
the
were to-
condensed Batman?
You mean the homunculi?
Yes,
You
thank
can't see
you.
the homunculi. You
Okay.
don't know where it is.
Okay, fair. All right, I'm going to get to Carmen and like as close, holding the meters. Where do you want me to put these?
He's behind the cart. I just
Jan?
can't get there.
Yes. But we need to get Carl out of the cart. He's still in there, and that thing just went fucking topsy-turvy. I don't know how that Mayfly's doing in there.
It's Carmen's turn. Unless you want to take, unless you have an action you want to take, or you're holding your.
I'm holding it to carefully, like if anything tries to jump out at us while we're trying to discuss what the fuck we're doing, she's gonna just fucking face palm it with a meteor.
Okay, so
Suck on this.
Preemptive.
anything that attacks Carmen, you're going to fire off a meteor. That's your held action.
Yeah.
Okay. It's
Sorry,
like
I've never done held actions before.
Held
so-
actions are you don't hold your action to reinsert yourself into the initiative anymore. You hold your action and you set a conditional trigger.
Okay,
If that trigger happens, you get to take that action. If it doesn't, nothing happens.
that's fine.
All right. Would it be fair to say that during this time I can switch hands to put the repeater in here and reach back and take?
It's a free
Take the other
action
one.
to swap around to other weapons.
Okay, so that's what I'm doing while
So you're putting the
doing
repeater
that.
in your offhand?
Because I have to get to
All right,
access.
we'll take care of that on your turn.
Yeah.
We'll take care of that on your turn. We're going way out of order here. So you're holding your action to fire a meteor at anything that tries to launch itself at Carmen.
Yes.
It's Carmen's turn.
So
At
now-
your feet are a whole bunch of nasty looking little 1.5 foot tall terrors.
Yeah.
Obviously,
So-
I would shape it so Carmen doesn't get burned by my flames. Thank you. Sorry, important.
Well,
When you
didn't
fire it off, you
say
get to
that.
declare that.
Okay, sorry. I just
Okay.
I'd rather say it ahead than not at all.
Yeah.
And light my friend on fire.
So anyway, Carmen now has put her Bolo's way, has her axe and shield, and she just lets out a blood-curdling scream as she's staring at these Nurglings, anger in her eyes. Turn the faithless.
Oh.
Okay. All right. What's the save?
It is wisdom.
All right. So wisdom save. What is your spell save DC?
Is page thing.
I
There you go.
apologize.
Oh, 13. Yeah, ever since we changed sheets, I never
I know,
lowered
I
it.
know. I do like the new
13.
sheets, but like, I actually like it that I don't have to swap and like look behind and be like, wait, what the fuck was it?
Yeah.
It's just
yeah.
changes take a while to.
Well, my instinct is to look behind, and then I'm like, where is it?
This is Nils. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
Oh,
have
there
this
we go.
sheet
Now
down.
that I'm out of that blasted bed, I can fix my mustache.
Priorities, you know, people
Yes.
are dying. There's screaming.
I have to look
children
good
and
to save
women.
people.
Gotta look good so when they make wanted posters for our
My
ass
hair is
later.
different now. Just felt like I should let you guys know. Doing lots of photos, editing, not editing. Well, yes, editing.
That
editing
totally counts,
photos.
yeah.
It counts. It counts.
Yeah.
It's work.
I think I retweeted the picture. I think I tweeted
I'm like,
it.
I'm like,
Did you
I'm
tweet
like,
the picture of
No,
us?
I didn't
no,
yet.
you did one with the cat.
I
Well,
did.
And you guys actually. I feel like I'm like the male equivalent of Earth Chan right now with this hair.
Oh
It's
my
like-
god, I see it.
Of what?
With Earth Chan.
Yeah. Remember when they made
It's
like?
the personification of Earth as a anime girl.
Yeah, they did.
Oh,
I like
okay.
Black
I
Hole.
never heard of that.
A lot of people like use like her hair as like the blue and green like the world. Like,
Oh, okay.
So wasn't my intention. That's what it looks like. I'm gonna go before he yells at me.
Is he coming?
Runs away. Oh my god, he just says.
How can we keep going? We're in combat. We're gonna have a conversation.
Oh my
Well,
god.
I don't have a cat, so automatically everything's ruined. Okay, whose turn was it?
Well, you just screamed and you did turn the faithless.
Yeah, which is hopefully supposed to turn
What's it?
them.
What's it work on?
He's saying
specifically?
something from beyond.
Okay, the description for D&D is demon or fae, but
Oh.
this isn't D&D.
That's
It's
fair.
Warhammer.
And I still don't fully understand what he meant by what chaotic creatures it'll work on.
Yeah,
so
that's fair.
I
You gotta get on
pray
the
and
Warhammer
spray.
lore. You gotta know everything
Well,
for every situation.
There's no translation.
I had to learn from Magic Circle. That was one of those moments.
Put it up on the fly. Just roll with it. I'm sure Conway won't
Pray
mind.
and spray. That's my strategy right
Did
now.
they do a wisdom save?
So because I'm
Yeah.
new, what does this ability thing do?
It turns the faithless. They run away if they fail their.
So where are they gonna run? They're gonna run further into the city.
Are we talking to the? Are you using this on the crowd or the Nurgles?
The
Nurglings,
Nurglings. Well,
yeah.
Nurglings.
it's an AOE, but hopefully it'll only affect the Nurglings
Well,
and any other chaos.
Well, listen, if someone's considered faithless and they're a human being, they may be a chaos cultist, in which case,
Well, that's
fuck 'em.
fine.
Get running, you know.
That's
Well,
a
then
whole
why
bunch of
don't-
coincidence and happenstance.
Why don't they call in paladins more often as warrior priests to find them?
It's true. Just walking down the streets, turn faithless. Oh, one's running! There's one! Chase them
There's
down!
my target.
Tomahawk. Magic missile. It's really rough, by the way. A lot of my abilities, because she is evocation style.
If this doesn't work, I
AOE,
have
man.
a plan for Nils.
All right. So just someone's asking. So, where is everybody at this very moment? After this whole
Okay.
scene now that we're in.
So the carriage careens through a crowd of protesters, crashed because he put the war horses to sleep, tipped over and just crashed into the crowd. We think that Jan is deeper into the crowd, beyond the carriage, and I am now pushing through the crowd near the carriage to try to get to Jan beyond the crowd, and they're near me.
And the child, Carl, was nailed into a coffin within the
Right.
hearse, so may or may not have concussion, bleeding out, etc.
Yeah.
Is the coffin still in the hearse?
We don't know. We
I
haven't been
think
able
so.
to see it.
Yeah.
The hearse is
Unless
just in the
Jan like
crowd
ran
somewhere.
and
Right now
took
we're
him.
facing the bottom of the hearse cart.
Okay.
So we kind of regrouped together at this
And
point.
no-
After I
on the ground,
like
gotta go.
exploded one guy's head.
It's fair.
Yeah, that was a good shot, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, I appreciate that you didn't miss and, hit me.
No, well you were over there,
And-
and the shooter was over
Okay.
here because he shot at you.
Okay, it's just that sometimes when you fire guns, somehow I end up being attacked.
Conway has very fancy dice. I don't know if you could ever. If I don't know.
Oh, I think those are Q Workshop dice.
It's gonna be too bright to see, but they're
That's
really
fair.
nicely decorated and oriented. You should probably he should post these on Twitter or something. These are really nice.
You give me more an excuse to take pictures of people's dice. I appreciate this.
Gotta get cinematic with those dice shots.
I love doing
I should
fucking.
I don't know. I don't have a mic. Not a mic.
Dude, I've taken some of my best dice shots with my phone. It's very shameless, but whatever.
Yeah,
Kind of amazing how
camera's a
good
camera.
camera phones are now.
Yeah, no, they've definitely come a long way. And I got my first cell phone when I was 27, so I was very impressed. But yes,
They've got lenses for cell phones now.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen that.
yeah, it's pretty
It's
awesome.
like
I don't think I
magnifying
could do
things
that,
on your
Yeah.
phone. I hope Conway hasn't fallen in.
Yeah.
No.
See, that's it. Definitely. I'm looking at my
Nurglings
cards.
got to him.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Evocation, evocation, evocation. Evocation.
She went to
Oh,
she went
after
to a evocational school.
Well, yeah, you know, you'll just have to assume that because you don't know shit about her backstory, motherfuckers. Yeah.
And we don't care because on the
You got your hands
battlefield,
fucking full, man.
drama doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well, while we're waiting, Master Allen has a question for Cassandra, asking, when are we ever going to have a changeling campaign?
My God, you have no idea how much I love Changeling so
I
much.
wanna
Like,
play
like
Changeling.
what
I
kind
never
of
have.
like for Warhammer?
No, Changeling is specifically
World
I
of
think
Darkness.
yeah, New World of Darkness
Oh,
Changeling.
okay.
The Lost is my preference. I have a Darkling Leechfinger that's just chilling out, waiting to be used. I have art of her, like 6 million pictures of her, and she's never touched a sheet ever. You know, because everyone wants to play vampire, which I would love to get into as well. Every time I've played it, people bail mid-campaign.
Oh, that's
So I'm just like,
You know, I don't think I've ever finished a vampire game.
oh my God,
Ever.
we need to fix that.
No,
What-
because
what-
you're right.
like-
Like toward the end, people would
bit.
they would get busy.
Yeah.
You know, because people have lives.
I mean,
How
like,
dare they?
like, I'm just trying to imagine, like, for a vampire, it's like either they take over the world or they just get killed by a vampire hunter or something. That's what I'm imagining.
Oh,
like,
you need to be more creative than yeah.
It's quite
like
dark.
how like what constitutes an end of a campaign? Like
What I really
what's
like-
the resolution?
The best thing to do is open up a hotel.
Oh my God. What I really like about specifically that setting for White Wolf and Onyx Path and stuff is that you can mix all these games together. So while you are playing vampire, there's no reason to think that you won't have to deal with werewolves. You won't have to deal with
Or mages.
mages. Like
God.
the fact that all mixes together means you have such a wider variety of plot lines to deal with. That I'm just yes!
Yeah, it's really cool. And then you've got all the politics in vampire. Very political.
All right, prepare to make wisdom
Okay.
saves. He's coming.
He's making the wisdom
Yeah.
save, not
Also,
me.
Master Allen says everyone just wants to be a Buffy murder hobo vampire killer.
No.
No,
Boring.
I want to be elegant.
Oh, I want to be a Nosferatu.
Okay. I don't know how that's gonna work out if I'm gonna play Tortor and gonna play Nosferatu.
Oh, I'll do your makeup, girl. It's
Oh
good.
my god! Oh my god! And I'm gonna look all pristine and beautiful, and you're gonna look like shit.
Well, it depends on what edition we're doing too.
Yeah.
All right, sorry.
Sorry about that. I'm back. Okay. You said your wisdom save
It
DC.
was
13.
That's your what's your wisdom bonus?
Oh, I'm adding. my
Oh, that was
wisdom
the
bonus?
spell.
You're having a spell save.
Yes. But it's against your spell save DC.
Yeah, which
that
is
might
13.
have changed.
Oh,
What is your wisdom bonus?
1.
What is your proficiency bonus?
Right? No?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Raise the proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
Your spell save DC is 14, I think.
Yeah, there's a lot of things on our sheet that we keep forgetting
Oh,
to update when we
okay.
level.
Sounds good.
We get to the spells, and we're like,
Yeah. Oh no, this is. Oh, okay.
Because I think it's your
Here,
spell
use
save
this one.
DC
This one's black.
is...
This one's in black.
Oh, thank you.
I just need to go to anything with spell casting and I can see the damn...
Yeah,
oh,
I
look at
do-
that, I'm a paladin.
It's called to you, as
Right.
it is called to me.
Just want to double check, make sure the math is right.
Okay, before I write this for it.
right?
Very
Even
important.
though it's not permanent
Even though
ink.
the pen has an
Spell
eraser.
save DC is 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your charisma modifier.
Oh.
So that's 11. And your wisdom bonus is only a +1?
Yeah.
You're actually at a 12.
Oh. Well, you said charisma though.
Oh, it's charisma. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
So it is 13.
Yes, it is
I
13.
erased that 3 for no reason.
Well, now you can
I'm
make it
sorry.
a more beautiful
I was
3.
trying to make sure.
I don't know,
I
I
was
don't
giving you the
have good
benefit of the doubt
handwriting.
because sometimes we fuck up and we forget
You're
to update.
welcome to add an extra number. if you
So that
want.
means they all. No, wait, one of them failed. So you see one group of the. What's the AOE on that thing?
Too many cards. 30 feet.
30 foot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Within 30 feet.
Then I'll do 2 more. Hey, but wow. I'm rolling really well today.
Apparently, Nurglings are very wise.
Right?
No,
Yeah.
they're not. That's the
Apparently.
thing. I rolled like
Amazingly.
2 17s, 2 20s, and like a 12. And they have negatives to theirs, but that's still above. Their wisdom save is not that girt. And my dice organization over here just got fucking mangled for some reason. Who was muddling with my dice? Mungo.
I used Mage Hand. Sorry.
He was admiring them.
Well, he admired and fucked up the organization. They were organized.
Bless you.
They were.
Bless you.
And there goes your soul. Up. Yep.
Was it 3 in a
Anime
row?
Style.
Was it 3 in a row?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, she's no one's bride yet.
Yeah.
That's such an old movie reference.
I don't.
What was that? What did you say?
She sneezed.
Mm-hmm.
I said, did she sneeze 3 times? She's not anybody's wife yet.
Oh.
Carmen is unmarried.
Just
Forever alone.
Bless
Oh
you.
shit!
She.
All right.
No one sneezed. We're having a wedding.
Oh no. I don't
It's
wanna.
Leprechaun. It's an old reference to. That's how he. Anyway. Okay. One of the
It's not
just
like we have any
scrambling hordes of they like it's like a puddle that they just pop out of, do a bunch of stuff, and then they get like subsumed by another one. It's just this roiling pile of filth with mouth and teeth and little stubby legs, and it'd be almost cute if they weren't so vile.
How big is the puddle that they end up going back
About
into?
5 feet around. That's like I said, they're like a roaming AoE. One of them gets scorched by your rebuke. You actually see it becomes unstable. And you see it slide sideways in such a way that it is no longer in this reality.
Did I do?
What did you do?
What did I do?
You crossed the streams.
If you would like to look up the term in Warhammer, it's called demonic instability. But anyway,
Now she's gonna move.
demons
towards
don't
her.
make morale checks. They see if they stick around in this reality or not. You forced morale checks essentially on the demons and some of the guards,
That's
and one of them
interesting.
failed.
Now she's gonna move toward carriage. Where is it in relation?
So
to me?
that's your turn the faithless is
That's an action.
It's an action. Okay, you
Everything's
can.
an action.
All right, so it's gonna. So you move one. You're now one turn away after you make your movement. You're one turn away from getting to the cart itself. It's
Okay.
difficult terrain moving through panicking people
Yeah.
with.
Right.
Yeah. I
But
would be trampled.
As you move, draw one pack of opportunity from the Nurglings. And it hits, but it's not a critical. It does 6 points of damage.
Seeing this thing fucking leap out, can she?
Yeah, I thought she had her thing ready.
They have to attack. An attack of opportunity happens outside of the turn sequence. I'll give it to you. Fuck it. Go ahead.
Okay. It's a dex save.
They make dex saves.
Yeah, my spell
Like
save DC is
Nurglings. Like
15.
Nurglings have dex saves.
They're very bouncy nerds.
So
Wow.
am I still taking the damage?
Yeah, you still get hit
Oh,
by
yeah.
it, but because you get hit by it, you hear the crackle and whoosh of a small comet fly out and explode behind you. Roll damage. Did you fire 2? Or just 1?
Can I do 2?
You can do
'Cause
2.
Originally, yeah, no.
Because you said you
I'll
wanted
do
to
the
fire
first
your
one
meter.
first, then the second one.
They save against both.
Oh, will they take half then?
Yeah, you still have
Okay.
to roll damage.
3, so 4 for the first one. Oh, Jesus Christ. And
Are you doing the halving for me or
no.
okay? So
4
4.
And then 4 for the second.
So 8, so 4 damage. You see like half of the puddle incinerate, and you hear this bubbling shriek, almost like back bacon whining in a pan. That
I like that.
Screaming little screaming puddings.
Yep.
From Hotel Transylvania.
It's Nils's turn.
Nils, all our faith is in you!
Nils is finally on his feet.
He uses half of his movement to stand up, so he's got half of his movement to still move.
How far away is he from everyone?
He's a little bit further away since you guys are still kind of moving forward. The closest person he is near would be Hildebrand, and he could get halfway to Hildebrand.
So he's gonna have to waste his time moving, I guess.
Yeah, he could.
Depending on the range on some of his stuff. Does anyone have heroism? I took out the red chips, but I don't remember if anyone cast it. By the way.
What?
Does
No,
anyone have heroism? Because I took out temporary health points, but I don't remember if anyone wrote it down.
Yet.
Okay, thank you.
I hadn't cast it on anybody.
Okay.
As he's moving forward, he's going to heal himself. But poor Nils is kind of low on HP.
Okay, so he's gonna. Nils stands up.
Yep.
My God, Sigma. And he starts moving, and as he's running, he puts his long sword right in his left hand, holding it in reverse grip, and he puts his right hand over his heart, and the soft glow of Sigmar's love
Love!
spreads across his body, and
It's
he
beautiful.
heals.
Okay, hold on. I gotta add. Oh, that's 14.
Oh shit!
14.
14 health.
He's
Damn.
most favored son. Jesus.
You're seeing.
Yeah, I used the at a level 2.
If you could see him, you would see the actual puncture wounds from the 2 stabs Brand had given him
Aww.
slowly close.
This is my fault.
Will
not his fault.
forget this.
Now you've used your reserved action, so the Nurglings leap forward once again.
But do I protect
Only one
her?
hits this time.
Am I protecting?
You moved away from her.
Did start moving.
So she's not in range, but they chased after you since you're moving forward. And only one of them is actually gonna fucking hit.
Good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Fucking disgusting little mucus bastards.
9 damage though, as it wraps around your ankle, and you can feel it burning through your clothing
Ew.
and actually singeing your flesh. Oh, come on. Uh-oh.
Oh, now she's stuck. She's stuck. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, stream cat problems. Oh.
Stream kit.
Yet.
Stream quality improved exponentially.
Whoa, whoa.
Whoa, where are you going?
Slow down there, kiddo. Okay.
Are we stuck again? No? Just wanted to say hello.
Getting herself fucking caught all over the place.
It's okay.
Not
Oh my,
done.
she's not done.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Noodle.
Calm down.
Bring the cube closer to you so she could be near you. I don't like being that far away from you and the people where the people are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where the people meet.
Where were we?
Bit
Nils
her,
went-
9 damage.
Yes. You can feel the putrescence leaking through your boot and like sliding in and like sloshing around the bottom, and you can feel it eating away at your flesh. The worst exfoliation treatment in the world. It's rotting the flesh, not burning it more of, but it feels like it's on fire. And 2 gunshots ring out at Hildebrand. He decided to shoot at people. One hits as the two shots ring out. Hildebrand's seeing all the carnage and everything going around. One shot fells a random passerby, panicking and running. Clipped in the shoulder, spins around, falls to the floor. And as you see that person fall, feel a white-hot poker stick through your just this rib right here. Left side floating rib area. And it does, if I remember correctly, 13 points of damage. What kind of armor are you wearing again?
I have the just the chest.
The breastplate, right?
The breastplate, that's
okay. It divots into the breastplate, and now the breastplate absorbs the round at least.
Doodle.
Hold on a second, sorry.
Dream cat.
She almost jumped up and hurt herself, sorry. The round presses in, cracks a rib, and stays there, pressed against your flesh. Any movement kind of rams it in a little bit more.
Okay. I only have 12 left.
So angry with you right now.
You feel like it feels like somebody took a white hot poker and jammed it into your side. And now it is Hildebrand's turn. This is turn 3, correct? I said this is turn 3. If I'm correct, it is your turn.
Yes. Okay. Obviously, I can see the bastard that shot me.
You can see both of them. They're both standing, pistols pointing at you, smoke plumes fluttering
fine.
into the wind.
All right, so then I'll do the same thing that I did before, only this time with just the repeater. So I will go blam in one, click, blam on the other one with the second
So
attack.
using the bonus action to swivel the barrel.
Right, instead of shooting with the other gun.
She starts acting up. I'm ready.
Oh man, she hates that thing. It's the best thing that we've ever figured out because it's better than a spray bottle because nothing ever gets wet and
She hates the sound.
Yeah.
She runs away from it.
it sounds like a cat hissing. So
Okay, one was a natural 19, the other one was a 16 and plus... That would be an unnatural 20 and a 23 to hit.
So a 20 and a 23.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't have to keep saying unnaturals. Just say
Okay.
a natural 20 if it rolls a crit. Roll damage because those hit. First one.
That's 9 plus 4, so the 17 points. Well, wait. No, I'm sorry. I'm firing at two different targets. So it's 8 on one, 9 on the other.
Yeah. Oh, 8 on one, 9 on the other. Okay. Your shots strike home. One of them clipping his arm. He grabs it, his gun arm dropping as he grabs his shoulder. The other, you clip him just above the hip. And you can see the blood starting to stain their clothes. Lanier's turn.
And I'm going to move closer to Carmen.
Okay, you're able to get there. The crowd's starting to thin now as people are starting to gain their bearings to get away. There's
Or
an
dying.
amount of time it was going to take before that happened, but in the initial chaos, that's not resolving. So you're able to get next to Carmen in that time.
Well, they're either running away or dying. I mean,
One or the other.
So she's trying to catch up after Carmen, trying to stay quick on her. But she's like, "Can you get to Carly? Do you think he's going to be okay?" And she's trying to keep an eye out to see if there's any like puddles to try and throw out another.
You can see a few.
Okay. So she's gonna, as she like touches herself, she's going to. Sorry. It was below the frame. They couldn't see anything inappropriate.
This does
But
not feel
we
like any.
could.
Go on.
She's going to ignite that framework of Mage's armor, and with
Okay.
her bonus action cast
Fire
out.
off.
Yeah.
Okay. It's
still
two, a one at each, or two at this at two at one.
2 at 1.
The already there's one that still seems to be like
Oh, I'll split it then. Yeah.
okay. Dex saves, you said?
Yes.
Those are that's a pair of 8s. That will not save.
Good. Kill them.
Go ahead.
Fucking light them up.
Ends them.
Ooh, 6, 7, 8, 9 for one.
Okay, that was the wounded one. The next one.
4, 5, 6 for the other one.
Okay. The wounded one, what smells like burning garbage. With that hint of copperiness that you get when you get a bloody nose in the back of your throat. You hear this squeal and pop again as the rest of the nurgling
Get off the
puddle.
table.
She's all right there for now. It just
If you move
melts
your water
away.
here, she'll probably sit there.
Okay. Wanna sit here?
The other one, more
I need room.
the meteor slams in and scorches away half of its flesh. Its fluid puddle of grotesqueries
Yeah.
could be called flesh.
You sit down, we'll let you stay.
Carmen's turn.
I'm still making my way toward the cart.
All right,
Do I
so
make it on this
Are you going to
turn?
use a full turn to get there? Like I said, it's going to take. It would take you 3 turns to get there.
Well, is this the third turn?
This is turn 3, but you have to spend turn 3 running to get there.
Okay. That's what we're doing.
Okay. So next turn, your movement will put you on the cart. Do you wish to take any actions while you're running, or you go
as
if
she's
you
running,
if you
she's gonna-
dash, if you use your action instead of attacking or anything like that, if you use your action to just dash, you can actually just get to the cart now.
Okay. Well, she does need to heal herself. She is going.
Good framing.
Oh my god, is her face just peering over?
Yep.
As
I
she's
love you.
running, she's gonna use her lay on hands on herself.
Is that an action?
Yeah, that's an action.
Okay, so you're just using your movement.
Yeah, I'm gonna give myself 20.
You'll get there
You
next turn.
can.
Cool.
Oh. Alright.
While I'm moving, can I swig a potion?
As an action, yes.
Is it full action or bonus action?
We'll do it as a full action for now. I'll double check the rules for it. It's up to it's comes down to a lot of rules. As is, say takes a half an action, but I think pulling out a thing, popping it open, and drinking it. I mean, you could say that using it on yourself is a bonus action, using it on somebody else is a full action. It's
Because I was going to, like, as I'm walking along, just...
but you used a bonus action to rotate the
Right.
barrel, so it wouldn't matter anyway. Remember to do these on your turn. It is Nils's turn.
Nils was moving toward him, but then you
Yes.
moved forward. So I don't know if Nils is gonna make it to
No,
you
he'll
now.
make it now.
Okay,
He'll make it now.
Nils-
He's no longer he had to use half his movement to stand up. Now he's like within
Okay,
he's within touch range, we'll say.
His-
He's within 5 feet of him.
that's good. Okay, Nils is gonna cure wounds on him. How much? What's your HP? I know you have low HP.
yeah,
but
right
how
now-
much are you missing?
How much am I missing?
Yeah, like I want to know what level to use this spell
Yeah,
at.
I'm missing 31 points right
Okay,
now.
hey, we'll use it at level 2.
Okay.
Alright. Okay. And he's just gonna like come from behind to like put a hand on his shoulder. And after that,
2d8s.
2d8s plus his spell. Okay, so that is 10 plus
The
believe
spellcasting
six.
bonus.
6. So 16 HP.
Ah,
Get that.
thank you.
Welcome. Now, he's going to call out.
Wait, +6? He gets
Yeah,
his
it
spellcasting bonus, not his spellcasting modifier. Not
It
his.
says bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
says,
it's a +3.
No, it says +6 on the sheet.
Oh no.
Should it be just 3? Then I've been doing this wrong.
No,
Is that
+3, it's
okay? All right, so it's 3, so 13. All right. And then he's going to pull out Galmaraz, spiritual Galmaraz, with his bonus action.
Spiritual weapon.
Yes.
Is it to cast as a bonus action or
Yes.
to use as a
It
bonus
said
action?
casting time bonus action,
Cool.
and then to actually use it, it's a melee spell attack, so he can
Melee,
bring it out.
yeah. Melee
Yeah.
spell attack. That
So
works.
he's gonna bring it out. Says range 60 feet. So he's gonna. I guess he'll bring it out near the Nurglings.
Okay.
Crush them into the
So
ground.
Nils starts dashing over. His hand coming off of his chest, and he places his hand on Bran's back. This is. Don't worry, I'm with you.
Thank you, lad. Sorry about before.
And so is Sigma. And he holds the sword still in its reverse grip, and Galmaraz appears next to the Nurglings, in range of 2 of them. The Nurglings start swarming again. This time they move towards. They swarm in Lanira's direction, seeing as she was one that did it, so it gets its multi-attack against her as it swarms. What's your current AC?
14.
That's unfortunate.
Shield?
You're gonna cast shield?
Yeah.
Okay. What does your...
Oh.
Honestly, you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to say it as soon as they attack.
You didn't say if they. Okay, fair
I
enough.
said the 3 of them are it's swarming at you and attacking.
Okay.
Was the implication?
It would make it a 19 AC.
19. Okay. Well, I did roll a crit on one of those, so
You've been nurgled.
oh, that's unfortunate.
It's always nice and that's
listen,
not good.
Listen, if I die, I'm gonna serious, side eye, shade, casting at the people who can cast heroism, who never
As
do.
she the staff flies and energy cascades in a ribbon from the ground up to her upper right side as 2 of the Nurglings fly out and splash against the invisible field. But another one drives right past it and lands in the center of the collarbone like a bullet, causing 18 damage.
Does it nibble?
Yeah, you can feel the teeth landing into you like like shrapnel as it starts to then chew.
Who attacked his own
I also,
teammates?
excuse me, in my defense, heroism only works on touch. You were over on the other side.
We're here.
He
You
does have
left
a
the
point.
cart.
I don't want to hear it
He
right
does.
now.
He does have a point.
Listen,
You guys have not been within touch range of each other for the whole time, so
we've been trying.
We've
Lot of
been
running
you've been trying to
range,
run
but
away.
We're
Yeah.
trying to get to things.
You're trying to get to a thing. You're not running to him to get the buff.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I'm running to her, or trying to keep up with her. Fucking strong arms, strong legs. I'm over here.
let's
we're
see
both like,
here. Oh. Ooh. Get it?
Nimble toes, you got this.
Just watch out for your shoulder again.
Shut it.
I'm trying
Nobody
to be
else
nice.
Nobody else wants to use these dice.
I'm trying to be nice, offering him a support, and I get yelled at.
What's the armor
That's
class of a Hildebrand?
16.
16. 2 more bullets fly and take out another 2 people who are running in the general direction. 2 more civilians just drop.
Same 2 guys?
2 more, yeah, firing at you still.
I'm out of ammo now. Okay.
And the Nurglings went. It is now Hildebrand's turn.
Oh,
You have Nils standing with you.
can we not fuck with the wires?
Oh, but they're tasty. Num num. Love them electrocuting wires.
Nothing else range-wise that.
Wow.
Now. Dreamcat.
Can you yell at them? Make them cry using only your words.
How far away are these 2 from me?
They are about 40 feet.
Okay. Why don't you shoot each other? Wah!
What the hell are you casting?
Vicious mockery.
Ah, okay. All right. I thought you were somehow pulling out like Crown of Madness to force them to
Yeah,
attack each
I
other.
thought it was like
What
a
the hell's
suggestion
happening
moment.
here?
Yeah.
Your father was a hamster.
All right. What's the save?
Target can hear you, though it need not understand you. It must succeed on a wisdom saving throw, or take a d4 psychic damage and have disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
Those are debuffs. You can only do it to 1. Unless you... Does it say you can only do it to 1? Like to a target?
Yeah, at a creature.
Okay. It saves. I rolled an 18. It smiles as you can see he... So after they've fired, they've taken out another paper cartridge, bit off the end, pouring it in, and it's just like... As he pours the gunpowder into the end,
Oh,
shoves
fuck.
the ball in and starts ramming it home.
Awkward eye contact.
Okay, they have to. They won't be able to shoot me this round then.
No, reload is
A
it's-
bonus? I thought it would take a full.
There's a special talent called Crossbow Expert that I have adapted to this universe, and it's called Pistol Expert. You can take it at level 8, but it allows you to ignore the reloading
target the wagon, but
penalties of the reloading penalties of a gunpowder weapon.
Blow away.
The rest.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
You have a repeater.
Yeah.
You also have other things to do. Don't get
I
so
don't have anything
disheartened.
for range though. That's the problem. That's why I did that. That's the only fucking thing I can do.
I shouldn't be able to look at your cards and tell you what otherwise. But I'm not good.
I'm not using. I can't use the damn cloud of daggers because we're in the middle of a crowd.
Whose turn?
It is Lanira's turn.
Okay, so how far is the wagon from me?
I'd say about 30 feet now. That's one movement.
Yes. With my evocation, am I able to say if I use Thunder Wave, have it in a direction?
No. You can select creatures that you would not affect.
Okay.
I mean, you could run forward. And
How
then
far
use
is
it.
Hildebrand from the wagon?
He's maybe 40 feet from the wagon.
Okay, so we're gonna find out how this works.
Oh, Jesus. Are you stopping, turning around, running back? Oh, boy.
She's gonna run towards the wagon, and once she's within within range to cast it, she's going to try and shape the spell around like Hildebrand and Carmen and the coffin.
Okay.
And just fucking explode out the wagon and hopefully just
Thunderwave?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god, all the people.
Oh, Jesus.
Listen, they're fucking tainted already. Get out of here. They're bleeding to start with. We got the bigger fish to fry.
What's the save on it? Constitution or Dex? It's Constitution.
Constitution. It's such a terrible choice.
Oh, wow. Okay. Roll damage.
Um,
Damage
Okay.
the cart. Destroy the cart.
destroy the cart.
I mean, hopefully Carl doesn't go flying.
No, because I shaped it around
Yeah,
you.
but if the cart gets destroyed,
No. The way the Thunderwave works, the way shaping works,
yeah.
whatever targets she declares go unaffected.
I know,
That's how
but
you don't die.
if the wagon gets destroyed, is the coffin just gonna fall?
Yeah, possibly.
Okay.
He's been through worse.
But
He
the
was
coffin's on
literally-
its side already,
Yeah.
so
I
the
poor
cart's
boy.
on its
Yeah.
side already.
But she's trying feverishly to, because she's under
And
the
you're also
charm to
running
get
at
to
it
Carl.
from its like the wheels are pointing at you as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Listen, right now her focus is
I
skewed.
better not get hit with a wheel, I swear to God.
how big is it?
Blah, 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 blah. On a failed save, a creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away from you. So
What is the range of the spell?
15 foot.
15
Yeah.
foot cone?
cube.
Cube.
I
Okay.
wish it was the cone. That'd be lovely.
Running
Yeah, that'd be
past
nice.
you, if you run to the cart before you do it,
Yeah.
Brand's far enough away that he wouldn't
Okay.
be affected.
I just want,
The only other person that's going to be affected would be Carmen, because
Yeah.
she's like right next to you there.
but I shaped it so that she's not being
And I
thrown.
know she didn't.
Okay.
That's why I was saying you don't have to worry about that.
Okay, thank you.
But you pick a spot on the other side where the coffin is. You pick Carmen, and then slam that staff down into the ground, and a concussive boom waves out around you.
Like, this is taking too long. We need to get to Carl.
5 different civilians
I wasn't the first
hurtle
one. You killed
back.
someone earlier.
How much damage did you do with that?
6.
6? Okay. 5 civilians get hurtled back, their eardrums bleeding as they strike the ground. The cart itself splinters. And that's when you see probably one of the most concerning things you've seen so far. The coffin and Jan are nowhere in sight beyond this carriage.
Have we all
Lying-
seen that, or just?
Well, I'm
you
right
see the
there.
explosion
Yeah.
of splinters, and you also see a hammer bearer who had made its way forward in the chaos, lying dead on the ground. Make perception tests.
$19.
7.
17.
Clutched in its hand is this sheet of paper
What did
and
she
a
roll?
scrap of Jan's tunic.
Is Ansel in all?
But. You just got it out of his hand just now. We're still in combat. There's nurglings and
Oh, God.
guards.
Okay.
It's Carmen's turn. So you see this madness, and you see Lanira reach down and grab the piece of paper out of the hammer bearer's hand. There's still 2 guards to your right. Nils and Hildebrand just a little bit behind you and to your right. And the small swarm of Nurglings still kind of circling in that little spot. Most of the panicked crowd is either gone or dead on the ground, running further out into the streets.
How far away are the guys?
Jan's guards are maybe 20 feet away.
Them and hack at them.
They're gonna run in and do an attack. Okay. You'll be able to get to one.
Okay.
There's 2 of them that are hurt
Yes.
very badly.
There were 3 that survived the toppling. 3 of them got crushed underneath the wagon. Just remember, there was 3 on each side. The wagon flipped and landed like this. And pasted the 3 on the other side. The other 3 fell off.
Okay, so I killed the first.
You killed one. There's 2 left. So
Okay.
she charges in and...
Yeah, I guess she's gonna try and kill one, but my goal here is I want to subdue the other one.
All right. Well, you'll be able, like I said, you'll be able to get into melee with one of them. The other one
Okay,
is just
so-
behind him, so it's
For
kind of
now,
like...
I'm gonna try and attack the one then.
Okay.
I have 2 attacks. I will roll it. Okay. Alright. So one of them is a 19. The other one is a 12.
The 19 hits.
Okay.
The axe comes in, and well, let's see how much damage you do here
Yeah.
before I give you a full-on description here.
I mean, by all means. 5 damage.
That was enough. Between the gunshot and the falling off of this guy was not looking great to begin with. And you come and swing in and bury the axe just under his arm. In his armpit. He's not carrying any melee weapons. He just has a pistol in his hands. He was in the middle of reloading or finishing the reload. And you kind of lift him off the ground for a second. And as you pull the axe out to swing down, you swing and he just kind of collapses and the swing goes where he was standing. Expecting him to stand, expecting him to still keep standing.
Yeah.
The other one is on the other side of you.
I look at him. Take your best shot.
With crazy fucking eyes.
Oh, fuck.
And it's Nils' turn.
Okay, so Okay, so Nils, he has a spiritual weapon out,
Yes.
and he's going to swing at the Nurgling. He can make a melee spell attack against a creature, and then on a hit, it's a spell attack.
Yeah. It's.
So I would add the 6.
You'd add the 3. Yeah, because his wisdom bonus is his
It's
a
not
spell
the
casting.
attack bonus.
It's a spell attack bonus.
So
Okay,
the
so
six.
it
So
is
it
a
is a
6.
6, yes.
Okay. But then it says for damage, it's your spellcasting ability modifier, so it would be the 3 for the damage. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, it's
And you
just,
cast it at level 2. It's a
like-
D8.
The terminology is confusing.
Yeah, reusing words is a little confusing at times.
Yeah, it's 2 by default. So it is 1d8 plus spellcasting ability. I could have cast it at a higher level, but I didn't. 1d8.
Can
wait,
he cast
so,
level 3 spells right now?
What?
He's level 4 or 5.
You said
hit-
that he can't because he emotionally wasn't
Right,
there.
right. He doesn't know
Yeah.
any level
Oh,
3.
yes. It is Filth though, but
Yeah.
I haven't cast anything yet, I don't think. Alright, so to hit, I'm going to roll and then add the 6. So he got a 20.
That's a hit. Very much so.
Yes. Now he's going to roll his damage. Is when I add the 3. Okay, 4 damage.
It wasn't much left to the thing anyway.
Yeah.
As the hammer comes down, strikes into the middle of what was remaining of this blob. And you can see it just kind of like a cigarette burn on paper. Just starts to eat away at the puddle as it just vaporizes into nothing as it burns from the inside out.
So as this happens, he wants to make his way toward the near.
Okay. Full movement? Because
Yeah.
that was a bonus action to have the spiritual weapon do that.
It said a action to hit, melee spell attack.
Yes, you.
Okay.
But to give it the order to attack, you make the spell.
Alright.
It's a bonus action.
So, how can he get to her?
Yeah.
Okay.
If he moves and runs.
Okay.
So it's movement and then action is dash. He would
Okay.
he would use his full turn to get to
Alright.
it.
That's fine. I want to get him to hurt it. Well, when he gets there.
And on their turn, the cultist runs, like serious, drops his pistol, turns and starts booking it. Full movement, full everything.
Target of
Like,
opportunity?
No,
She's hulking
you're not in melee
over.
range with him.
She's hulking over, like, oh, you scared?
She was out of melee range with it. And running, you have to be in a threatened square. It's an attack of opportunity if they move within melee distance of you.
Because I just remembered I didn't fire
Like
off my
Misty
second
step after
pistol.
him?
I could,
You can't make an attack of opportunity from range.
but Misty Step
If you have a
is only
pistol
30 feet, so she would only
and you
barely
have
get
pistol
to him.
expert, you can use a
think.
pistol in close
If I was able to
combat as
touch
if it
you, I could
were
have
and
dash
fire
you
it like a
to
gun.
60.
By the way, also your pistols can be flipped around and used
I
as
would have to be in hands
clubs.
reach. Oh no,
Yeah,
I don't
they
have to.
count.
I would
I
have
know
to
I
be
can
within
club
10
people,
feet of
but-
you.
They actually count as the weapon. They're not improvised. They actually
From 10
count
feet
as
away
clubs.
from you, we could thunderstep and fucking appear 90 feet
These things are
forward.
fucking heavy.
But
Yeah, I want to get him.
otherwise,
He
I have
ran
120
60 feet.
See, the thing is, too,
In
I'm
the
not
opposite
used
direction.
to using guns
Yep.
in the game. That's the thing. As the player, I'm saying.
Think
I'm
of it
not
as using a bow and arrow, but it just goes bang instead. It is Hildebrand's turn though.
Okay, so with my last remaining shot that I have,
That's right. You fired 3 rounds or 4.
I
four
fired
total?
one.
4 total rounds. So you have the one left in your other pistol.
Right. And he's running.
Mm-hmm.
Blam!
Don't kill him.
He's making a shot.
Find out. We just need to disable him. Kneecaps, people.
22?
That's a hit.
Oh my god.
See how much damage he does. See if it's enough damage to kill him, or if it's
Oh
not
my
just enough to
God.
incapacitate him.
Oops, that's the wrong die.
We need collaborators here.
7 points?
7 points?
Yes.
Oh, damn it. Fucking get it, you piece of shit. Moth.
Yeah, he was floating around. That's why I have a cover on my drink right now.
How do you want to do this?
The bullet. You see, Brand turns, pulls out the final pistol. The crack fires out, the plume of white. As he's running, you see, just in the lower back, you see the. And you hear the. As he just clatters, and you hear that sound of meat slapping against concrete. As he face plants into the ground and rolls and lies still in the street about 60 feet away.
Did any of the guards from the city come out to really like?
This is an unmodern city. Think about how long it might
deploy?
take
It's
to
been less than a
deploy
minute.
and
That's
gather,
fair. That's
and
fair.
they've heard a commotion. It's been seriously around 2 minutes, maybe,
Okay.
since all this started.
you.
This was a lot of chaos very fast. With that, all present threats seem to have been resolved, and the adrenaline starts to kind of drain as you realize there's no more targets standing. and you start to realize the carnage of the scene you're standing in. The fresh stains on the street. Everyone make corruption checks.
It's our wisdom. Am I close
Yeah.
enough to you? Do I get a bonus from your...
I think he specifically said you don't get my bonus.
I don't
Wait a
get
minute,
the bonus
wait a
for
minute, though.
corruption, right?
Wait a minute. You still have wisdom. You still have the enhanced wisdom. That lasts for...
It lasts an hour.
Wasn't it like 2 hours?
Well, you
No,
used it
less
right
than an
before
hour.
we took
Yes.
off on our journey,
That's
No,
true.
I used it just before we got to the gates.
Yeah,
so it's still effective.
still in effect.
How much
So,
is it?
yeah.
So you get advantage on wisdom checks?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Natural 20, not even rolling that twice.
Beauty.
19.
13?
And Nils rolls successfully as well.
My streak continues.
The uncorrupted.
Lynira,
like-
the uncorrupted, the pure of
Yeah,
heart.
but not uncharmed.
Listen, neither are you,
I look
motherfucker.
at him, I'm like,
Yeah.
why did you do that? We need one of them alive. And she starts running toward the guy who was on the ground, who's probably dead, but she's gonna go check.
Okay. What is Lynira and Hildebrand doing?
I'm running over towards Lynira.
Lynira's trying to get closer to Nils, just because he was running towards her as well.
Okay.
She kind of put a
They-
hand
you
out,
guys
like, are you
usually-
okay?
Yes, I'm fine. You... please. You want to say... Okay.
Yeah.
Please. You're going to be okay, and you can see the essence of holy power start to kind of... The divine energy.
The last two fireballs she was holding in a hand, just like...
Just
like,
kind of dissipate. and
yeah, and she takes it and she's...
Turn dust. They scatter into embers in the wind.
Heal me!
Well,
Thank you.
Pretty good.
Hail me!
That's when. Were you just having a conversation with her?
Barely open. I like looked at her.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay. Carmen,
get to him.
you make it to him.
I'm gonna check his pulse.
He's alive. He gets. You can see him breathing, and he's kind of like he's his hand is out, and he's kind of like groping at the cobblestones, like he's trying to grab hold so he can pull himself, but he's obviously not. He's bleeding out.
She is going to, as she's going to sit on top of him, she's going to heal him for 5 points. of
As she
HP.
sits on him,
Yes, so that she can tie his arms. She's going to heal him for 5
she's
points.
gonna heal him with her ass.
And then she's going to secure him with rope. Or
Well.
some object.
You have rope on you.
Yeah.
It's not hard. So, since he was in the dying state, I'll let you tie him up for free. That's not a problem.
And I healed him for 5.
His eyes are darting around. He's kind of confused as to what's going on. You guys can see her sitting on this guy's back as she ties his hands behind his back and hog ties his legs too, or are you just tying his hands?
I mean, go full, honestly. Do you really want to put
Okay.
anything?
Yeah, sure. Let's hog tie this motherfucker.
Listen, she knows
He's
rope.
on his side. His ankles are tied to his hands behind his back. And he's lying on his side and looking at the ground.
Are we out of initiative order now?
We're out of
Okay.
initiative. You guys can
All
run
right,
over.
So now that he's on his side, she's gonna get off of him and look him in the eyes. You better start talking if you value your life.
Your eyes lock.
What?
Your eyes lock with his. Doesn't matter. And fathers, wipe it all away. And then you see he has a boil as well. He bites down on it. And pus starts to flood his mouth. He starts to shake. Mouth starts to foam. His
Cutting the
eye-
head off.
Oh, damn!
Oh!
Oh!
Before you go further, this is what I want to do.
Wow. Okay.
Listen, that's kind of the type of people we are in this group. We saw like fleas in the tent,
he's restrained completely. Coup de grace. I'm not even making you roll for anything.
Yeah.
You see her walking over, you hear mumbling, and then all of a sudden she just stands up and just heavy axe drops down onto his fucking
Carmen,
neck.
no, that was our only.
I wipe off the axe on the back of his shirt. He wasn't gonna tell us anything.
Lear kind of looks at her, and she's going to detect magic,
Okay.
but she's looking at Carmen like, in this moment, like for all she knows, she just fucking saw. She tied this guy up, chopped off his head, and she has a past history
Of a little problem?
Yeah, no, like she's looking at her like carefully, and she's like
She
holding
tied
her
him up
staff
to
still.
decapitate him?
Yeah, and just like looking her over and then looking back down to
This
the
is so
guy,
you
and
don't
then,
move.
yeah, looking back and forth like.
Don't move.
Looking
Don't
at her,
move.
you see nothing. Looking at him, you see chaos, like putrescent sorceries swirling.
The buzzing flies.
Yeah, that buzzing sound coming from a pinpoint. It's almost like somebody took a sewing needle and poked the fabric of reality and let a little bit of the grandfather's garden into this world for an instant, and it flooded the inside of his mouth before it just took over, and what must have been 70 times 70 diseases flooded through his system.
Kind of sighs and
See,
like.
that's what happens when you don't vaccinate.
Oh my god. Linear kind of shakes her head. I'm sorry I screamed, but she kneels down to the body and she's trying to like, with her staff, poke around, see if he has any personal belongings on him. And as she's doing this, she's like, I found a note on one of the other ones. We have to see if he has anything else that can help us. Cause
No, it's a hammer bearer.
Yeah,
Not
I
even a
know. Like,
guard. Okay. You said on one of the other ones, and I was.
Just not.
I was
that's
making
what-
sure I hadn't
No, I
fucked
know
up
who
the
you're
description.
talking about.
Okay,
She
I was
didn't
making sure I
specify.
hadn't fucked up the description.
We
of
all
the,
look
of the
alike.
body.
Yeah, that's fair.
We're humans. We're all look alike.
Another mayfly.
Was kind of trying to poke around and see if there's anything on him because we have nothing. The guards are going to come here, and what are they? What do we have to defend ourselves?
What does it say?
As she's like poking around, looking
Maybe
around the
Nil
body.
should go back and get helmet.
How are we gonna leave?
Here, I think there's somewhere else we should probably. Also, those are beautiful A's. I really like the A's.
Come on.
They're like done in calligraphy, guys.
Thank you.
I would show, but it's very hard. And
That's
like,
what I was working on when you went to bed last night.
really, that's
Yep.
why you're up at 8 in the morning.
Yep.
I love
Ansel
you.
in Altdorf, ask
Estee Lauder?
Esteman,
I feel like this was intentionally
Esselman.
vague.
Esselman.
You can read it. It's
Okay.
Esselman.
Thank you.
Esselman, necklace for ceremony.
Is there anything while I'm rifling the body?
Now,
The guard? No.
Who did you find this on?
Hammer bearer.
And what else? What else is that in your hand?
You also like when you pulled it out, the what was in the hammer bearer's hand was that crumpled note
Yeah.
and a shred of what must have been pocket from
Jan.
from Jan's
Yeah.
tunic.
That's
Okay,
Jan's
I didn't
tunic.
take that out. That's why I was confused for a
Oh,
second.
I thought she would be
That's fine,
holding it.
yeah,
I thought, okay, no, she just pulled out the note then.
Yeah, she'd seen that there's nothing on the guy. She kind of stands back up and she goes, this was with it as well. Look familiar?
Yeah, that was Jan's tunic. So he ripped this out of Jan's pocket. Ansel.
But
Is that a name that we've heard?
No.
I mean, we need to make some quick choices here. Do we run while we can, or do we try and find guards of this and come forward with
We
the
need to
information
go back
we
to
have?
helmet.
We can't. We can't leave. How would we even get out?
Jan and the child are here in this city, and they have plans for something, obviously. A necklace of ceremony.
This is where we need to go, but I don't. We're covered in blood and mucus. We need to clean or
We
something.
should get off the streets first. We could decide what we're going to do while we. Can you do that thing with
Make
my
perception
gloves?
tests.
13.
3. Why are my perception tests always such shit? Like, always.
You two hear them coming up. You see them first. Lanira sees them first. The two hammer bearers that were thrown from the carriage.
Oh, good. They'll
Immediately come running up, looking around. And they make their way over. Where's Rolf? He was, we two were thrown off early. He was still holding on. What happened?
Unfortunately, he's dead. Jan betrayed us. Jan is an agent of Nurgle.
We saw the sickness that was coming out of him and you fighting him. We saw the whole thing as we were trying to catch up, but the horses were moving so fast and we were thrown so far back.
Did you see where Jan went?
No, once the carriage hit the poor people, we didn't see where they all went.
He's got Carl.
They're looking for something called a necklace of ceremony.
Have you ever been?
We're just fucking
He
grilling
looks
them.
completely
We're just-
confused. He look like there's nothing on his face.
Have you ever been to Altdorf? Do you know anyone here?
No, we don't. Just listen. He starts looking around. You can see the gears flying through his fucking head. He's look. Okay. We must return to the camp. You search for Carl. We will tell Helmut. The crusade doesn't know that Carl even left. We must proceed with keeping the crusade calm. If anything happens, once they find out something like this was going on and Carl is missing, the crusade would become a terrible mob. We will go back. We will tell Helmut. Helmut will know what to do. We will tell him that you are searching for Carl. He trusts you. He told us how dedicated you are to the cause. We'll take care of bringing the news back. Go search for him. Time is not on our side, especially. I spend too much time speaking already. Go.
Well,
We're heading back to the camp. Sigma will be with you. And he turns and two of them start jogging back in the direction of the main gate.
Okay, well that solves that
Coward.
problem.
It doesn't solve the problem of if the guards of this town walk upon this.
Can you clean our armor so we don't look suspicious?
All right, come. Let's go into an alley.
Okay. We all.
Gesture
Gesture
to Nils
Nils,
as well.
yeah.
Come on.
Nils is just kind of. He looks. He's kind of got a little bit of that shell shocked look again, but there's a sternness to his face now. He seems to be detached, observing now. It's less of a, oh God, and more of a, God again, kind of face. His features look older in a way as he starts to shake out of his reverie and move towards you.
Since I don't know if he was listening, I kind of look at him, I make sure to find his gaze, and I say, take off anything that's soiled. He's going to clean it. And then I start taking off my own.
Well, wait. If you just punch down,
Oh, like cuddle up.
Really?
Would that really work?
Are you gonna
it's
let
an
that
area.
No, it's that much fabric. A cubic foot of fabric, so you can do it piece by piece.
Linear, like
work?
wait.
That's why I was gonna.
But it's a cantrip, so he can basically just take a moment and just go to each person, just pull their clothing and snap it out, and basically clean you guys
fine.
up.
Yeah. So that's what I'll do.
So Bran, as you're in, you guys can have a small conversation while he
Okay.
goes from like
All right, let
Yeah.
me see. I just want to make sure I have this all right. And
a little bit of shadow magic,
yeah.
a little bit of abjuration, and everything starts to kind of shake off and become clean, and just every little motion he does seems to like wipe off the blood, and the blood just goes away, no stain or anything, as he just slowly goes along your outfits and cleans you up.
Myron, she looks to Hildebrand. I appreciate that you didn't wield the winds and all that. You did very well. We are under such scrutiny in this place of all places. I don't want the wrong people to take notice.
Where can we find ants?
Maybe now we can find out that a little bit less.
Someone must have seen it. When? I mean, he was bleeding pus.
Well, you got two names.
Yeah, specifically there's two.
The other guy's name.
and then
that I can't read.
wait, hold on, I'm just gonna write.
Yeah, write it down. Not on there.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Don't ruin the prop.
What is it? His name?
Esselman.
E-S.
Estlemann. Are you scribbling on the prop I made?
Only on the
She
back.
is.
On the back.
I told her not to.
No, you said write it down.
And then I said not on the prop.
It's on the back so that if I go through my notes,
need to
it's
take-
with
She
the
turns
notes.
it over and I'm like, I give up.
So
Listen, do not bitch. None of you write down any notes.
as they begin to discuss their investigation, the camera pans away from the alley, and we cut to commercial. We're gonna take our intermission right now.
Okay.
Ask your question. After taking several moments to remove the more filthy elements of fighting Nurgle and adjusting your armor.
Is this a short rest?
We'll give you a short rest for this. You can
Okay.
use hit dice to heal up if you want.
I'm gonna read my book as he cleans me
So I get
and regain 10 of my
Just need to turn up the volume on it.
and my hit dice will be. How many will I do?
It's a short rest. I draw everybody closer.
ooh.
Okay, that adds a d6 to everybody's health rolls.
Yes.
I'm gonna use 3d10.
Unless, does your Song of Rest increase with time?
Not until 9th level when it goes
Okay.
to a D8.
Okay. So it's use as many hit dice as you want right now.
And you'll get back an extra 5 as well.
Oh, I rolled really well. 19. 10 and
that was
2
expensive.
9s.
Ow.
Yeah.
So 28
Yeah. And how much am I adding?
plus
An
5.
extra 5
So
from the Song of Rest.
33.
This is healed.
I definitely didn't need to roll as many d6s
Alright,
as
now
I did.
I'm going to for Nils. Nils, how
Clerics
many?
are a d8.
Yeah.
He's got as many as
I'll
levels.
roll 3 for him.
So I'll have 2 left for the day. What'd you get?
9, 11, and
Plus
then
5.
16. Okay, yeah, this is enough. And Carmen read her book and got 10 land hands back.
Cool.
I'm gonna use 2
Yeah.
dice. And I needed that extra 5 for myself. So I got 10 back altogether. 5 on 2 8s.
Oof. So after your moments of repose, you're able to have a little bit of a talk about what you have at hand.
All right, so we have 2 people that we can look into right about now. The bright side also is if anyone does question us, you and I both have our seals showing that we are wardens. It should give us some kind of leeway if people start getting a little uncomfortable with us asking around.
We might want to take off our crusade bands. No, we don't have them.
No, we don't.
Because we were in disguise.
Yes.
That's right.
Good idea. Had
And
we
we
still been wearing them.
abandoned the disguises.
Yes. Well, you're probably more used to a city this big. I mean, we've been to Marienburg. That's the closest I've been to this way.
This is.
I'm not saying that you would
Yeah.
know people, but kids on the streets, orphans, etc. Could they give us some kind of idea of maybe someone might have seen something or know the names without us? Because who else are we going to walk up and ask? I don't know anyone here.
Well,
Brand would be kind of confident that he could figure out where to ask the proper questions, and they would be able to assist and give you advantage on the check.
Okay.
It would be like it calls for gossip checks, but basically it's oh scheisse, well, what would I use? I would use a general persuasion check, actually.
I mean, Lanier would probably be more inclined to intimidate than to
No,
try.
it doesn't.
Okay.
Doesn't. The way assisting works is you say you're helping, and then
okay.
he gets
Cool. I'm helping.
Advantage. The two of you give advantage.
All right. So this is to see where we would go, or
No. You have a feeling you know where you need to, so you would just have to say how much time you would spend collecting rumors.
All right. Yes, but all right. Well, we can't really take too much time, I would imagine. So,
why not walk toward where we know we went off?
Yeah, we're gonna walk in that general direction.
Okay.
We have an idea of where he was going from her sense, right?
Yeah.
He was behind.
You are currently walking on crap. Hold on. There's the actual name of the fucking street.
That's lovely.
Somebody would have had to have
The
seen a hulking person carrying a big black box.
Astauschenstrasse.
Oh, I'm never going to be able to say that.
Dasselstrasse?
Dalson? Dalson
As-
Strasse.
Astauschenstrasse.
Spell it
Strasse.
for me.
Aschustin?
Astaustenstrasse.
Astauschenstrasse. Yes.
Astauschenstrasse.
Astauschenschlosse.
What is a
Strasse, not Schlosse.
Strasse means street.
Strasse.
What does Astauschen mean?
It's a mercantile street, essentially.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll go along there for about, like, say, a half an hour trying to...
And you're catching random people and trying. Okay,
Yeah,
so
like, asking if anybody saw, like, somebody carrying a big black box.
yeah, make that persuasion check. I'm posting what it is into chat.
Look!
Hey, it's a 20. He got a 20.
Ooh, you rolled a natural.
Yeah.
Yep, with my plus 9.
Oh my god.
29.
29.
Jesus. See, I knew this was the town for you.
Give me 1 second. Let's see. So as you're walking along, you see many different individuals about. Some people were kind of gawking down the street. Some people were trying to sell to the people running by. There's commotion going in this direction. You can see guards making their way in that direction as well. So the stores are in full
Gusto.
Yeah, they're in full sale mode. They're out there.
It's a kiosk during the holiday season.
Come over here. How's your skin?
Oh my god.
All right.
Don't make eye contact. I don't
Threaded
know my-
eyebrows. You know, that kind of shit.
Looking down with my hands in my pockets.
But
You need sunglasses, don't you?
Ray-Bans.
Sorry.
you see Brand in his element. He's walking up to people, schmoozing, talking. He's, finding out, looking at their wares, holding up, like 4 or 5 different people selling badges, by the way. Like different little trinkets and badges, of many things. Nightly orders, Some of them are of like body kind of iconography.
Are there any road warden badges?
No, not like official looking badges. More like
fan badges.
Yeah, fan badges. Somebody would put on their outfit. There's some really like
It's the
flashy looking
it's
ones.
the button merchant and icon.
But there's a load of them. The most popular one, guild insignias are there as well. Some of the most popular religious badges. Pretty much everything of the major gods. Antlers. You even see some crossed finger badges.
Okay, quick question.
Yeah.
Because I'm not sure about this with the charm and everything. I'm not suddenly Mr. Sigmar bandwagon.
Remember, neither is
Remember
Lynera.
how I described it.
Okay.
You want nothing but the best for the child.
Okay.
Through the lens of your character.
I just wanted to make sure about that.
So those who believe in Sigmar easily start falling into the role, while others want to see them grow into the best possible.
She wishes she could have Sunday tutoring session with the kid.
You want to give the child a happy childhood, probably.
I want to read him bedtime stories about the life of Sigmar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See you in daycare.
His past life.
Yeah.
That's not weird at all.
But you see all these
In
different.
daycare.
So you see the you also see like tin hammer badges, doves, twin-tailed comet badges. Like
Oh,
there's
no.
a bunch of them.
Oh no.
And as you're searching around, you
Oh no.
hear
I have
ching
one of
ching
my
ching ching ching. Hello!
Oh, no!
I knew it! Triggered!
Merchants trigger us now. That's what you've done to us.
No, it's not a merchant.
No, I'm saying like
Just you can hear his staff with the placards open and the badges hanging. You can hear it rattling, like you can hear it rattling like beads in the wind. Ching, ching.
He's
Oh,
Moroccan?
road wardens. Oh, and they're humble bard companion, famous at this point, I say. How do you do today?
Oh, we could be doing a lot better.
That sounds terrible. I heard there was quite the commotion further down the street.
Oh yes. Yes, terrible business. Some sort of mass hysteria.
That's terrible. What did happen? You seem to have been walking from
Did I find him because I rolled so well?
Oh yeah.
That's rolling well?
hey, he's done nothing but help us while also irritate us simultaneously. He is an irritating boon.
Yeah. Yeah, he's well.
The cure is the cure is worse than the disease.
Well, while you're here, of course, I do have a many trinkets and items available for sale, of course.
Literally, like,
Ask.
if we are better suited for the task, we will do better at the task at hand. Whoa, anything
But of course,
specific?
banter is always made, is always lubricated by a financial transaction.
I've learned this lesson.
Oh man.
There anything I could possibly interest you in? I could check my stock. Points to that massive backpack he has. the little halfling man, wispy, cotton candy white tufts of hair that swirl around his head.
Yes, sir.
Secretly a treasure goblin.
Carrying around a massive traveler's pack that probably could fit a small hobbit family of 3 in.
He might.
He's disappeared
could.
in it before.
And carrying his trusty placard cane. A staff, kind of quarter staff with the open
Sorry,
doors.
I thought you said of Cain. Like,
no.
I was like,
No.
that just made it way more sinister.
Wow, that got dark quickly.
I'm okay. We're fine. She's fine.
Yes,
Everyone's
he's
good.
dedicated to the elven god of murder. Anyway.
That's why I was like.
So, What can I help you with, possibly?
What do you, what can you use that can possibly help us?
Oh, well, I figured if you were gonna ask him what we came here for, I was just gonna see if he had anything.
I have many standard wares. I have a few possible alchemical brews in my bag as well. I could go check for you.
What in the way of books of the arcane nature?
Books.
Scrolls.
Been
I did
difficult.
enjoy your last
Haven't
book.
walked past many libraries recently. I just got into town myself. That-
Where did you come from?
Oh, I was following the path of the crusade the whole time.
We met him in the camp.
It's not difficult to
How did you get in here?
a merchant has his ways.
Would those ways also include finding information?
Possibly. Like I said, a financial transaction always lubricates my lips.
Well, maybe ask the questions. We were looking for a particular sort.
He slams his staff into the cobblestones.
No, he doesn't have a booth. He came up
blackboard.
behind us.
He came up behind you as you were looking at the different things.
And then that's when we heard, "Hello there!"
He tosses down his bag and starts climbing up the back of it, flips open the top of it, and starts climbing in feet first this time. He says, What can I look for you? He starts his arms go in, and he starts rummaging around, and you can hear a clattering of glass. And
Kind of looks at her hand, remembering the shadows that had woven into her skin earlier. Do you have anything in the way of disrupting magic, enchantments, something?
oh, let me take a look. And he kind of dives down a little bit. You can see his butt kind of poking out as he starts to mingle amongst his gear.
Would love to give him a little kick in the tush right now.
It's been that kind of day. But you have to admit, he always has wonderful wares.
You think
Sorry,
you'll be able to get rid of that swirling thing on your head?
I don't have anything on my head. What are you talking
Oh,
about?
this would be nice.
Oh, that was like woven, and she looked at her arm, and it was like in the skin kind of thing. But she definitely is thinking about like something that would break an enchantment kind of deal, because she's like, I don't. Sorry, and she turns to Hildebrand. I'm sorry.
Well,
Maybe ask him
he
when he comes
pops.
back.
He pops out of the bag, and he's holding in his hand. He's got 2 bottles of a weird bluish hue. And 2 and it looks like a small gold encrusted pearl. Now these and he shakes the blue bottles, and you see looks like lightning striking across the interior of the bottle as he shakes it.
You're supposed to drink that?
Well, yes, of course. That's what you do with most.
What,
Well, these are the drinking kind, not the throwing kind. Just making that clear.
what do they do, those?
Oh, I'd say it puts some pep in your step. Let you ride the lightning a little bit.
How would that help?
That was not.
I just realized that this would be helpful to you. This one, though, and he holds up the pearl. This, though, I couldn't find anything that would actually do it itself, but you seem like a capable young lady. And, well, this would give you a little extra boost throughout the day, kind of make your day last longer, so to speak. More gas in the tank.
Charity doesn't
More coal on
sleep.
the fire. Your gas tanks don't exist yet. Go coal on the fire.
Leans forward to like inspect it and
Make
just
a
kind
arcane intelligence arcana check.
of. I like these. It's a +7 to whatever I roll, which was a 15 plus 7, so
22.
That is an elven pearl of power.
would I know what the fuck that is?
Yeah, you recognize it. It is a traditional high elven gift to lore masters upon graduation. Helps them extend their day whilst casting spells. It would allow you to regain 3 mana once per day. Anybody would be able to recover 3 mana once per day by focusing on that pearl for an action. And you also recognize the concoctions. You know, those are potions of haste.
Oh. I'm not sure if I'm necessarily sold on that Lore Master's Pearl, but you do want to ride that lightning. Yes, you do. You might both enjoy it. There's a
what do
bit of
they
a drawback. If I'm correct, it's almost like a boost. You attack extra, right?
You get an extra attack action, and you...
Does it have the I'm gonna hurl chunks after?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. It gives you that moment of...
It's monster drink.
For lightweights.
How many times has Carmen vomited though?
No, it's not really a vomit. It's kind of a...
You're exhausted.
You get affected by haste. Choose a willing creature. So when you drink it, until the spell ends, the target's speed is double, increase the AC by 2, advantage on dexterity saving throws, gain an additional action on each of your turns.
And swing 4 times instead of 2. Can you imagine all of the divine smite that could pump into that?
When the spell ends, the target can't move or take any actions until after its next turn, as the wave of lethargy sweeps over. So, sugar rush, and then... and you're just kind of down for a second. And how many turns did it say? Fuck.
Last time, he got the dice. I got Corbin dice from him.
Which does nothing.
I know.
Fair. She kind of makes a bit of a sound.
That one time when you...
It lasts for 10 turns.
That is sexual.
It lasts a minute, so that's 10 turns. Each turn being 6 seconds.
But you have nothing to dispel enchantments. Nothing.
No, but this could help you make sure you can cast those unweavings. You can unravel enemy spells. Or, you know, I'm sorry, it's all I have on me. Everything else seems to be kind of shit lately.
Fair. Maybe.
He kind of adjusts. God! Damn it! I still haven't put a sheath on that. Hold on. He starts adjusting something. You hear metal clattering inside.
While we have your ear.
What's that?
Huh?
What was that?
Oh! And he starts, what? Okay. Seems to pulling, like, heavily hefting. He just yanks really fucking hard, and he almost falls out the top of the thing as he pulls a battle axe out with him. He climbs up on top. Yes, right here. I've been meaning to find the right. I've never wanted to sell it because I want to sell it as a complete.
Complete set?
I wanted to get a leather wrap for it, so it wasn't just kind of lying around. Oh. It's, yeah, he hoists it down, just kind of leans it up against the bag on the side of it.
I like how
letting the
Lanier and
weight of it
Hildy were like,
land to the bottom. Letting the axe head's weight just kind of slide down the side of the bag.
Little jewel there.
Make religion checks. Advantage for Carmen.
Let me roll well, please.
13.
Wait, where's
Really?
Bucky's
I
religion?
rolled a 2 and a 4, and it's -1. So
Help the dyslexic girl.
I
Where's
don't know
religion?
why I roll like shit.
No one's answering me.
Religion?
Yeah, help me.
Religion is under intelligence.
I think I'm
Oh.
just so enamored
have-
by the beauty.
So I add just the +4
Mhm.
to. Okay, thank you. 22.
What'd you get?
13.
Okay. You both recognize it. This, except for Carmen,
The
of
one who
course.
should
she's
have
just-
recognized it.
she's enamored by the gleam of the axe.
I'm like just in a trance.
It's a axe that's been dedicated to Tall.
Hmm.
Do we know that? Wait, out of character. Do we know that
yes.
that's your?
I've shouted it before
Okay.
when I use my vines.
thank you. Okay.
Yeah. Like
Common.
you've heard me say it.
Common. What's that other name that you yell out all the time when you're attacking something?
Yell at you.
No, not my name.
Oh.
No, your other deity. Invoke.
Oh.
Yes. Take a closer look at the
I
axe.
am.
You recognize it as he points it out.
Beautiful. I would like to give this axe a proper.
How much for the axe, Joseph?
As well as the potions of haste and such. Kind of leans into Hildebrand. Ask him about the scene.
Yes, I will.
Okay.
She's gonna kind of pick up the axe and look at it.
I need to find the price of these items.
I shall have my
rubbing his
shield of
chin.
Sigmar and my axe of Tall. They shall gleam in different colors. Green and gold.
Screw it. I know what I'll do.
Uh-oh.
I am so uncomfortable with the.
All right. Do it as a trade.
What is
I don't
it?
want gold, but having a favor from a road warden at some point in the future wouldn't be bad. So we'll say this, should we meet again and I require your assistance, you agree to it.
Within what parameter? Because while this axe, baubles and potions are lovely, I
I
feel
will not break my oath to have this axe.
Oh no, I would never ask you to do something that would corrupt any. I am a firm believer in this empire. So, I would never ask you to do something so untoward.
Well,
But call it 50 gold and a favor, and you're free to take everything.
the pearl included?
Everything.
He did
50 gold
ask you
and a
questions.
favor.
All right.
And we will give
And
with it. We will agree to this on one thing.
Mhm.
We need some information, and you have such a keen eye.
Oh, well, my memory does seem to be jogging a little bit. Because, you know,
Lubricated.
in this hand, I've got information. And in this hand, well, there's nothing. But if there were gold in this hand, I'd be so focused on this hand, all the
Well, here's
information
the
might
fif-
just slip out of my
Make it
hands.
100 gold, provided the information is of use.
in addition to what we're going to pay, make the
A
purchase?
few little bits of information I'll throw in there for free.
We were curious as if you might have seen anyone carrying a chest-sized black box, almost looking like a coffin.
Oh yeah, it was strange. It was You couldn't miss him.
Which way did he go?
Down this street.
He points in the direction, I take it?
Of the street. Away from where you guys were. In the direction you were already headed.
I already knew that.
Anything else? He holds
Which
out his hand for
side?
the gold.
Fine, we'll give him the money for the goods and an extra 25 gold.
I wonder if he looks the same, considering he had a bit of a stomach ache and all that chaos beforehand.
As
Are we
they're
looking for
talking,
the
Carmen
same...
hands him 75 gold.
Whoa.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, we have 60 gold for
Whoa.
petty cash.
Wait. I don't know if
I
I
have-
want to. I don't know if I want to hand him.
That's fine. I will allow you to
That's-
handle the transaction.
There's. What's that on your? Is that a boil on your face?
Make a deception check.
+9.
Wow.
That's what you get. I could tell by
That's
the
what I
way you
get.
hung your
And
head.
I rolled a 19.
Oh,
Yeah. No.
Ah, you must be taking me for one of them fresh off the moot.
Oh please! I knew you wouldn't fall for anything so
Of
obvious or silly.
course you did. I appreciate your sense of humor. You're not getting it out of me that easy. He still holds his hand out for the 75 gold.
I give it to him.
Okay, he takes it and he starts counting. Ah. That sounds nice. Well, I'm terrible with directions, but I do know people, so maybe I can help you with that. He just went that way. Really, that's all I saw.
the man that was with the coffin, what'd he look like?
He was a little bit of a scrawny bastard. About as tall as the bard here.
Is there anything peculiar about him?
He was carrying a coffin. That was weird.
That does stand out, wouldn't it?
How long ago did he walk by?
Oh. I'd say not long after we heard the crash. It was moving too.
What are the
It's weird.
names? Ask him about the names. He said he knows people.
Oh, he knows people. Yes.
He wouldn't happen. You wouldn't happen to know where.
Ansel and Estelman.
Ansel.
Have you heard of these names?
Well, do you mean there's Ansel the apothecary? Or Ansel the drunk who warms a bench over there in the park? Maybe you meant Ansel Anders. He's a tanner. He's a shop over on Olin Street. Yep, downwind. Thanks, Sigma.
Which way to the apothecary?
Well, yeah, he's got a shop in the mercantile. He's just a little bit further down. That's what's confusing. Ansel's a very popular human name in these parts.
Well,
Asking about an Ansel is kind of like asking for John or Michael.
Okay.
That's fair. The other name though.
Estimon?
Esselman.
Esselman.
Yes.
Esselman. Oh.
It sounds like a surname, possibly.
Oh, that bastard.
Oh.
Bastard.
He has a bit of a reputation in these parts.
Oh.
He owns a bookstore.
And where might that be?
He's an antiquarian. Old books. I never bought from him myself. But I hear... This is what I hear. He'll get his hands on things that nobody else can find for you. Things that might not be looked kindly upon by witch hunters and the sort.
Uh-huh.
We shouldn't take too much longer here.
Yes.
I think.
Where is he? Do you know?
Oh, he's got a shop over on Hofbahn Street.
Is it like toward the direction where he said John was going? Like, I'm asking you
In a general direction, yes.
Yeah.
About how far down would you say?
Oh, it'll take you some time to get there unless you took a cab.
Well,
By the way, handsome cab. As in a horse-drawn carriage. By the way, anybody who's thinking that a fucking yellow cab's gonna pull up.
Oh my god.
No, I wasn't. No.
But it's like a ghost skeleton in it,
Hey, you need a cab.
Oh my god.
Well, he's on foot, so maybe we can.
And it took you a little bit of time walking up the street, talking to people, finding stuff
All right.
out. That it's been at least an hour and a half to 2 hours. Also considering you took an hour resting after the chaos of everything, it's been it's almost getting to around midday, almost afternoon at this point.
All right, let's. Is there a cab nearby?
No, there's a cab station down the road. Excuse me.
Grandfather.
I'm
creeping
fine.
up.
Just down the road, there's a cab station on the corner.
All right, thank you.
Do you have cards for the items over there?
Oh, no, I do not, but I can write them down quick.
Kind of looks at the pearl. She's like, I never graduated.
Well, if you go into the
so-
arcade, it just
I was
all you
going
need
to
for
ask.
the potion of haste is literally a copy of the spell card for haste, and I'll write 2 potions of haste on a card, and it's just
Wait, so what's with the axe?
you pick it up.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, we.
I was looking at it.
It's been paid for.
Yeah.
Well, without identifying it and then picking it up. Stop. You feel rooted. You feel secure in the ground that you stand on. You can see the main shaft of the blade. The main shaft of the handle goes all the way to the top, and the blade wraps around it, but there's parts of wood that are carved like antlers wrapping around the 2 sides of the double-bearded axe. You feel a gleam off of it. So you can put down battle axe. Another battle axe. I'm not going to tell you exactly what it does until you attune to it.
Lyra kind of leans over. She's like,
But it feels...
Is it the same, like, hit bonus and everything?
feels
damage?
nice. I'll give you the... Well, it's the same, like, it uses strength.
Yeah, so it's +6.
We don't have time to identify it right now.
if we get a
Yeah.
cab, I might be
But
able
if
to
you...
while we're going.
yes, that is a possibility. as well.
All right.
I'll
But
look
you
at
also have to
everything over
take... You have to take a rest to attune to it. So...
that. Yes. Yeah,
regardless,
so she's
you
gonna
still
fucking
have
find
to-
out. That's fine. Live adventurously. Not my problem. She takes the little pearl and kind of looks around and grabs a little glass, little jar she has, and stuffs it in the jar and kind of ties it to a string onto her various things that have become dangling on her.
Did you take one of the bells? Did you take the bell back from her?
Yes.
Do I hear? Does that bell jingle and now I hear the same kind of?
Yeah.
What's the matter with that bell?
Wait, so since I'm still technically charmed, but I'm 1 day off, what does it sound like to me?
It sounds a little bit clearer.
Oh, I think maybe I had an infection?
Why?
Wouldn't surprise me with all the gurgle in my face. It sounds a little better, but not like... It's not quite as offensive to hear anymore, but...
I don't know. Like I said, I don't even think there's nothing odd about the bells when I looked at them, and you
I
seem
checked-
fine. I've looked at you several times now, intimately. You're clean as someone who's been that intimate with. Well,
Thank you for reminding me about that.
we should get a cab.
Yes.
It doesn't take you too long to...
Okay.
I'm writing out the...
Yeah, I know. I figured I would just talk to
tell
them.
him. We tell the cab
How dare you.
to get to Esselman's bookshop.
While we're obviously in the carriage, Lanier's trying to keep an eye on the streets, just kind of watching people as they are passing. Also, kind of enamored with the city itself, trying to take it all in. She's never been. It's possibly filled with all sorts of things that she's trying to keep an eye on.
Busy admiring my beautiful axe.
I mean, that
Nice
means
axe.
You have 2 fucking battle axes on your
Yes.
goddamn back.
Yep.
That
well,
is pimp as
I
shit.
do have 16 strength.
That's why, because you're fucking toting that shit around every
Yeah.
day. You're like, oh!
Oh my god. Bet I can't dual wield.
Yeah, I was
bow.
wondering.
Oh.
I hadn't written it down because I was waiting for somebody to actually ask about the thing that's jabbing him in the side every time he goes into his
Well,
backpack.
to be
Every
fair-
time he goes in.
Oh,
I mean,
It was slightly comedic and slightly an actual thing I was
Yeah.
trying to play up.
I honestly don't remember something poking him in the side before.
Oh, I do. Oh, yeah.
I remember
Should
him,
put a
like,
sheath on that, is what he said one time.
Hold on. Sorry, I'm just getting the others.
She kind of leans over in the carriage. This place is known for carrying unique, hard to find items. Maybe I'll have better luck finding something.
Yes, unfortunately, maybe that's where he's going to get this necklace of ceremony that he's going to use to do something with Carl.
Well, if we go in there and he's there, we better be prepared for round 2. Maybe you should use that pearl?
I'm fine, honestly.
Hmm.
I would rather save it in a moment where we need it, and I'm certainly fine for that. I mean,
Here we go. So you, grabbing the cab isn't difficult at all. You're able to hop into it. And giving the address is easy enough as well. Squire, pass these over to them.
look, I had to
Thank
pee.
you.
Huh? Hey, but it is back. You have to turn the volume on.
This is what I thought it would be. I had a feeling this was the effect it would have.
Well, you don't know what it is yet, though.
I know, but I mean, like, thinking as a player. That's cool.
If you want to grab those cards.
So this, do I have to declare it when I'm using it, or just the first 2 hits will do it?
What do you mean?
It says 2 times per day.
Oh, no.
Entangle.
Those are spell-like abilities. You get to cast Entangle or
Okay.
Stone Skin
Counts
as an action. Well, as
Okay.
the spell describes in the player's
Oh,
handbook.
so like just holding it, I'm using Entangle. Not like actually hitting with
It's
it.
not Entangling Strike.
It's
Entangle.
So nature's
Literally,
wrath.
you
Yeah.
slam it into the ground, and you cause a 20-foot around from a point within range. A 20-foot spread of thorns comes up and entangles anybody in that.
And it doesn't cost spell slots.
And it's a DC
16.
16 strength check to break out of it.
But
It says a +1 battle axe, so does that mean...
That means the attack bonus is +1.
Okay.
The damage is increased by 1.
Okay.
It's also a one-hander, or it's versatile, so you can use it one-handed or two-handed. And it counts as magical slashing damage.
Wow. Okay.
Stone Skin, by the way, makes you for 1 minute makes you resistant to bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing from non-magical attacks.
How long?
For a minute. Yep.
I'm gonna be the tankiest tank that ever did tank.
Tanky McTank Tank.
Yes,
Those are
I'm
both
gonna be
druid
literally
spells.
invincible.
It's basically a druid's battle axe.
I know, I love it. I love it. Listen, I am deep inside my soul. I am a druid. I have my
And by the way, the
Mark
pearl,
of the
the
Wild.
pearl of power,
yeah.
the lore master's pearl can be used by anybody.
Yeah.
It's not just not just only wizards. It's any spell slot. You get anybody who concentrates on it, 3 mana back.
Okay.
As well as the stone skin can be put on somebody as well.
That's cool. Oh my god. Oh my god, I can protect other people. Oh.
But I think that's a range. Again, you have to you have to double check.
Yeah.
It's in the player's handbook. Stone
Okay.
skin and entangle are both there.
Yeah, while we're here, I want to find
While
platinum.
we're going, I'm reloading everything.
In the car, just
Just like watching and just...
angrily reloading his pistols.
Oh, so, you want to explain why you stabbed Nils earlier?
We kind of could assume. Did we see that? We saw
Unless
the crown,
you're being
right?
like, okay, you understand that you saw everything.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
cool.
I'm
You're
just
just
being
you're
an
just being an
asshole.
ass. Go.
Okay, cool.
Go
Got
ahead.
it.
I was making sure that you understood you saw that. I forgot because it was a couple of
Yes, I
sessions
already
ago.
apologized to him.
Did you?
Yes,
When?
when he came over to me at the cart. Chime in any time.
I look over to Nils.
Are you satisfied with his apology?
I don't
mean,
think it seems sincere.
No, it's true. Glad he's sitting on the opposite side of his carriage from me right now.
Linear stifles
I
back a
will
laugh.
keep you safe.
I
look at it.
didn't know I was doing it.
It still was very shocking.
Yes, it was shocking for me too when I found out. I said I was sorry. I would never do anything to hurt you.
But you did.
The small carriage. You're kind of cramped in, but you're
I'm holding the axe
Definitely
like
shoulder to shoulder.
between them.
definitely shoulder to shoulder in this situation.
It takes such abuse. I
You
really do.
choose to be with us. That's every day. You make that choice
You
to
did.
stay.
That's perception tests.
I think he likes us.
15.
6. I thought rolling somewhere else would help, but no.
20.
You both smell
You trust me?
burnt toast? No.
No!
Hello.
Roll for
No,
a
you
stroke.
smell. It smells like a campfire.
Oh, that's nice. I thought it was gonna be worse.
We shouldn't be smelling a campfire in the middle of a city.
When you hear a thump 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 on the top of the carriage, and the carriage slow to a halt.
What's the problem?
Guy turns around. Well, I'll take you any further, that's for sure.
Kind of leans
why?
out the window.
There's a bit of a crowd.
The bookstore's on fire, isn't
Yes, it is.
Trust me, she like kicks open the door. We're going.
And
Aye,
that's
aye,
where
aye.
we're ending for tonight.
2 gold. No, that's not where we're ending.
Oh, okay. I was waiting for that.
Keep going. We're still
Look,
going
there's
here.
books to save.
Okay, I'll save luggage. I'm not saving books.
But you were so good at it last time.
The
She's already starting to walk
books.
towards the crowd, you know.
I chuck him the coin.
I'm gonna give Mungo bonus points for the name of that clip.
What did he name it?
Tanky McTank Tank.
Oh,
I love you so much!
that's what I said.
Best Squire, best Squire.
You're welcome.
Oh my god.
So,
That's me.
I'm the one who said Tanky McTank Tank.
all right,
exploded me.
all right.
Okay.
Bookstore is on fire, and there's a bit of a crew. You can see peasant, poorer citizens. They're not peasants in the Empire. Poorer citizens. You can see them running, and there's a bit of a bucket brigade going from a well nearby in a small park just up the road. But the line is very thin, and you can see only maybe 6 people running. With the 20, and what did you get on your perception test again?
15.
A 15's good enough. You see people on the opposite buildings putting wet blankets on top of on top of the roofs to stop stray embers from possibly landing. and others taking water up from inside of their houses and throwing it over and down onto the 3-story bookstore that is currently ablaze.
All 3 floors?
A full burn.
What happened here?
There's still. I don't know. You owe me 2 gold.
He said he gives.
Oh,
them
you
the-
gave
I
me 2
did,
gold.
I
Okay,
flipped him
so
the coin.
so you.
Yeah.
Thank
No,
you.
I'm saying and
Go up to a random. Okay,
Yeah.
you didn't say you were going up
Yeah,
to
you
a
didn't.
random
That's
person.
fair.
Oh, I thought we were.
I thought you were-
Lanier bolted and went out ahead of
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why you had to
So
pay.
you guys get out and everyone trucks over.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I get close to the front, I'm gonna use Divine Sense. Look at the blazing building. What do I sense?
You ping the aether. Nothing. No corruption here. Nothing particularly holy either. The
Well-
burning bookstore. You do hear a couple of people and one person. People standing nearby. Had it coming, didn't you? Still involved in books and shady villains. Only a matter of time.
Lanier leans in.
What do you mean, matter of time?
Oh. You fancy. Fix your boots match.
Note their badges.
La-di-da opens up a vest. Has a whole bunch of badges of his own. Like I care. Matter of time because he sold heresy.
Was he within when the place went ablaze?
Oh, well, I think so. Crawled out, really burned.
Oh, is he still?
Oh, yeah, here. I probably took him to a hospital.
Was there another man with him? Then-
Nope, he was just lying there coughing and wheezing, going, "Oh, my legs! Oh, my legs! Oh, deserves it, the little prick." Somebody else jabs him in the side. I never had trouble with him.
What if that ritual caused this?
Looks like a fire, unless there's something you're not telling me.
I don't know. Seems coincidental.
Oh, certainly. But do we want to try and find where he went, or do we want to keep along this road and hope we stumble into our quarry? Or we could just sit here and stare at the flames.
That's when you hear a handbell.
Figured.
Ding ding.
Look.
Ding ding. Ding ding.
Look at
Parting the crowd across from where you stand. The 6 steepled, wide-brimmed hats surge through the crowd. Rapiers and braces of pistols adorned.
Oh dear.
One man walks forward, obviously the sternest looking of their crew.
And they got those nice big wavy swords, don't they?
No. Not plumed, wide-brimmed hats. Pointed, wide-brimmed hats.
Nope.
Like a
She-
certain...
She leaned
Like a
in and
certain
held the
drunkard.
brand. Opium addict, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
6 of them have entered into the circle. Walks forward and hooks his thumbs into his belt. Looks up at the fire. Pulls out his rapier. Walks over someone carrying a bucket. Tosses it into his left hand. Slaps him on the chest with the flat of the blade. Says, "No! Let it burn!" Flips it back around. puts his sword away, and the other witch hunters go and just knock the buckets out of anybody else's hand, kicking them. You know, one person's like, "No, it's my bucket," and they just fucking break it with the hilt of his blade.
They takes my buckets?
Shit, Linda.
And they're just the people on the opposite roofs are screaming down, "What are you doing? We're gonna lose our houses!"
We really want to stick our necks into this. I mean, I feel bad for what might happen if this fire keeps going, but also we would put our situation at risk if we were to sit here and...
2 buildings burning is nothing compared to what might be happening right now. I just don't know where to look.
He said something about the man was taken to a hospital.
Possibly.
You know that the
The cab is still there.
priests and priestesses of Shalia run orphanages, but mercy is also given to the sick and the injured. So usually Shalian temples are attached to hospitals. And this being Altdorf, there is absolutely a
No
representation of almost every single proper faith of the Empire.
Walking
The cab
back
is still
to the
here, right?
cab.
The cab is still here.
Oh no, it rode off.
Yeah.
It saw this kind of trouble and was like, nope!
Great. All right, I asked somebody, do you know where the nearest hospital might be?
Turns around. The nearest what?
Hospital.
You sick?
Yes.
Oh, get away! Runs away. She runs like 3 steps back and puts.
Real smooth.
It's 3 streets down. Go.
Thank you.
Committed.
Sarah just shakes her head. This is the epitome of your performance. This is...
He's
that
had a long
So you just are you?
performance.
It's past the burning building. Do you just walk through the crowd or you walk around?
We'll walk around.
yeah, I
just,
would say we're trying not to be noticed.
Keeping a wide berth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think
That's
they'd be
the sort
friends
of
with
trouble
us.
we don't need, especially they can detect things.
Let me make it quick. Yeah, it's a disadvantage too because they're enjoying watching the building burn. the witch hunters don't really take notice of you. They're busy smiling, having a chuckle, looking up at this 3-story building burn from the inside. You see gouts of flame coming from the windows. You can see people on the opposite houses.
There was obviously nothing we
Trying to-
would have been
to-
able to get from either helping with this building or get from this building. It's an inferno.
I mean, we could help them put the fires out, she says as they're walking. But
Not without drawing undue attention.
Such a big fire, and what were there? 6,
may-
7 of them?
yeah, but it may very well become a larger fire, but
The problem
I promise we will go to a library before we leave.
this has nothing to do with that.
she bats her
It
lashes. It might have something to do with that. It's okay.
Don't you know her by now? Everyone has their passion.
You find yourselves that you're walking a little bit closer to in the direction of the university district, where the college is. This is not in the university district, but it's nearby. You can see
Spires.
full force the spires of the College of Wizardry in front of you. You see this small temple with an enclosed yard, a low white marble building attached to a much larger 3-story traditional building. Plaster walls, you exposed wood beams on the outside, very, very oh crap, what the hell
We
is-
need to take care of this
Not tutor.
fast.
Was it tutor? No. Teutonic, I think. architecture style. Anyway, you've seen Bavarian buildings with the. That's what the hospital itself looks like, and next to it is a very pristine-looking white marble Chilean temple with at the point of every corner of the building you see what looks like a sculpture of a flock of doves that almost looks like a flame as well. The street isn't as busy. Things seem to have calmed down. You can see temple guards posted around the temple itself, and one at the entrance of the hospital. But they're Chilean temple guards. They wear the light blues and the whites, and they carry simple quarterstaff. Now standing at the door.
Claire kind of makes her way up and is very, like, composed. Was there a man taken in, horribly burned?
He looks down and says, my apologies. I don't keep track of intake. If you wish, you may go and check with the sister matron right inside. She would be able to help you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And he opens the door for you and ushers you in. Damn priests of mercy and their kindness.
Opening doors and shit.
It's such
Enjoy
a
going
welcome
through
change
the
of
door.
pace.
It's a hospital lobby, you know, it's small, but it's functional. A square room with a small door in the left wall. A large open door in the back wall with another 2 temple guards standing on either side of it. On the inside, you see there's 2 more temple guards standing on the inside as well that you had to walk through past the exit to the street. Hard benches run along the walls, and middle-aged sister matron sits behind an elevated podium. There's a large ledger on said podium, and there's a couple of low shelves of books either side of her. She sits there and goes through the ledger, barely even noticing your entrance.
We beg your pardon, matron.
Oh, she looks down. Oh! Puts her quill down. How may I help you today?
Yes, we saw the commotion up further up the street. Was a horribly burnt individual brought in here?
Oh, yes, he's here. The poor man, badly burned and both legs broken.
May we see him, please?
Oh, are you kin of his?
Well, we have need to. These are road wardens. And they have need to question him about something that happened.
We are investigating the crime, and we want to make sure the guilty party is punished
Oh,
for doing this to him.
it-
So we just want to speak with.
oh, he had thought it was a simple floor collapse after the fire that had broken his legs.
We
If-
want to make
We're
sure
not
that wasn't
sure.
the case.
Yeah, we're just investigating.
Well, if there's some possibly arson could be considered. Of course. He's on the 2nd floor in the injury ward.
Thank you.
Thank you.
As we're walking down, I look to Hilda. I'm like, I hate
he-
when you make me lie.
She does hold up a hand and says, to make sure that the halls are clear and access for emergencies is easily done. We reduce visitors to 2 only. You understand. It's purely for operational purposes within the hospital. We don't mean to impose upon the law, but if you could, please, just 2 representatives. The other, there's benches here, and you can take as much time as you need. We
Do you
understand.
want to stay with Nils? If there's some matter of arcane business, I feel as though I would have the knowledge for that, but I don't have the skills to persuade him to tell me if there is something of that matter.
Get the information out of him by any.
You know I won't have a soft hand. But if there's anything that happens down here, make loud enough of a commotion and we will come down. And the same goes, I'm sure.
Yes, I'm sure they'll make an exception. Gone wrong.
So Brandon and Laniera are going up to the
Yes.
Nils and I are gonna. I'm gonna get my axe somewhere.
Nils takes up a kind of a sentry position at the end of the bench that you're sitting at. He doesn't take a
Such a
seat.
good boy.
He stands at the other end. I'll keep watch.
Like.
Oh, wrong voice. I will keep watch.
You keep mixing him and Wendell up.
No,
Oh,
I haven't done.
Wendell.
I
thought it
haven't
was
done
Wendell.
Wendell in forever. No, I did a little bit of. I
Egbert.
did a little bit of Egbert.
Oh,
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
At least it wasn't.
Similar casting.
I'm
I know the
I'm
difference
glad you
between
remember
my many
Egbert.
boys.
That's all.
Yeah, no, I like
He's a
Egbert.
precious boy.
Egbert and Ayla were
Too bad they're
wonderful.
gone forever.
Listen, we could go back to Marienburg and we could be like, yo, knocks on doors. Where's
We have
our...
an epilogue story where we just journey back to all the places we visited.
We try and hook up Wendell with the barmaid. No, I know,
I'll
we
s-
got side quests.
Yeah.
We can turn on 70s rock music, and I
Yeah.
can do like freeze frames with text.
That would be really fun, and I fully support that. And
Chucky
I
went to
hope-
Vietnam. He didn't come back. Okay. So the two inquisitive ones make their way upstairs into the injury ward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before we go up, I just had I had a thought. I'll go back over and touch Carmen, touch Nils. Could anything go amiss? The bravery bad. Heroism on the two of them.
Okay, so how does our temp
Heroism
HP
lasts
work?
for a minute, I
Yeah,
think.
like our temp HP is gonna drop by the time
Temp
you even
HP
get
is gonna, and they're gonna be
upstairs.
immune to fear for a minute. Maybe enhance ability would be
Or,
something along those lines. I
bardic
know you're looking to
inspiration?
buff them.
Yeah.
You still, I gave your inspiration tokens, right? Did I fuck that up? You have them? Did I
Yeah,
take them out?
okay,
Okay,
well,
cool.
I can do that too.
yeah,
Okay.
you can also give them inspiration.
I
instead.
didn't realize if I questioned
Yeah,
my
heroism
memory.
in this situation would be heroism is definitely an opening of battle buff
Okay.
kind of thing. It only lasts a minute and it gives
Okay.
temp HP mostly. But you can give them both bardic inspiration.
Yeah.
Okay, that's easy enough to do.
Leans into Hildebrandt. Thank you for coming up here with me. I don't know if my own persuasion would get many people talking.
Well, if worse comes to worse, maybe I can give you a little bit more of a silver tongue.
We'll start making our way.
I will.
The,
I'm doing a lot of spell.
aside
If
from
I'm with you as well, maybe your presence would mask.
the hospital
my-
is peaceful.
Okay. It's peaceful now.
Except for the occasional moan of pain. Forlorn more
Okay.
than aggressive. Up to the second floor, you find the injury ward rather find. It's filled with those who are, well, traumatic injuries. Broken limbs, sword cuts, missing eyes.
Probably
You
from the
see,
crowd.
you see sisters moving in and out at a regular clip. There's no real moment where they're not moving through, trying to administer balm, soothing of encouragement, prayer, the occasional laying of hands.
I beg your pardon, sister. To one of them passing by.
She's walking by and she has in her arms some dirty bandages, and she stops her and goes, "Oh, yes.
The sister matron told us that we might find the person that we're looking for here. He was brought in with 2 broken legs and badly burned.
Oh yes, that poor soul. He's down at the end, three beds in from the back, on the right.
Thank you.
Ilya, be with you. Walks away with the dirty
I'm
sheets and
generally
such.
looking around.
You guys are so paranoid.
Make perception tests.
14.
7.
I mean, there's a flock of pigeons.
I'm
on
glad I
the-
didn't miss much.
on the building outside the window.
She's more straightforward. She kind of just making her way. Yeah. Kind of like moves to the door, opens it up.
Oh, that kind of flock of pigeons. Thank you very much.
No. There is a flock of pigeons out there.
Okay.
Very important.
Yeah.
It's oh, you got a 14, right? So it's you notice they're all there's a bunch of different pigeons. It's many different.
Fine.
There's a couple of gray and a white. There's a
Okay.
black one.
Right.
They're
Oh,
different
New
colors.
York
Opens the door.
Pigeon diversity up
We
in
go.
this
All right. We
bitch.
go to the bed.
Diversity.
We go to the bed. He's not in his own room. That's the.
As you walk over, you can see he's the only burn victim. Heavily bandaged. Particularly his hands. Both legs are wrapped in splints. His face is covered with minor burns mostly and salve. He's slick and greasy with it. He's kind of moaning semi-consciously. It's fresh burns. It still hurts. Even if he were given some kind of drug to sleep, probably still awake.
She leans into Hildebrand before they get too much closer. If you were to have him lubricate his sense of duty to speak with us in a way that maybe the witch hunters wouldn't have approved of, I think you would be okay in this situation. I would cover for you if you decide to use that sort of tactic in this moment. So, whatever tools you feel will be best suited for this job, I trust you with that.
All right. All right. I will. I'll try charm person on him.
While he's
First.
sleeping?
Oh, he's sleeping.
Yeah, he's like half asleep, half awake. You
moaning.
know.
Herr Esselman.
He's rolling. Oh. Kind of opens his eyes. Oh, who are you? What do you want?
Are you Herr Esselman?
Yes, I'm Esselman. Why?
Going to hurt you. You're throwing my own voice back at me. I'm going to hurt you.
What do you want? I'm in a lot of pain right now.
Who did this to you?
I didn't know. He was angry.
Okay. You know what? Heroism on him.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Good job.
Yeah.
He starts to calm down. This is oh, all right. What do you want to know?
Who did this to you?
You didn't say who you are.
She pulls to her bag. She's like, I'm a road warden, and we have a feeling that maybe you may have run into an unsavory sort, and we're hoping you can give us some information about what he was looking for.
Oh, well, there was a group of them. They were like, they said they were witch hunters. This was this guy kind of your height, kind of scrawny but he had a little bit of a punch. He had four guys with him.
Dressed as witch hunters?
Well, no, they didn't have. They not all witch hunters wear the hats.
Well, what made you think they were witch hunters?
But they said they were while they were hitting me.
Did they just come in? Were they looking for anything?
What
Or
witch hunters do, right?
it is their strong suit.
Yes.
I'm not going to lie.
What did this man that was this scrawny man? What did he?
He was asking me. He was the man who broke my legs. He forced me to give him the list.
A list?
Yeah, it was a list.
A list of what?
It was a list of names.
What was this list of? Names of what?
I aimed some good customers. I don't know why he wanted them. He was just hitting me and burning my books.
The books did nothing to deserve this. Did you actually
He
cast
kept
charm?
asking me.
No.
Okay. All right, I didn't know this was his. Okay.
No, he's a lot braver now.
Yeah.
He's asking me. He wanted to know where Answer was, and then he was asking me where the damn list was. Now I'm just really confused.
Okay, what? Confused about what? That he was asking about Ansel?
Just why he wanted to burn my fucking place down.
Right, well, who's Ansel that he was looking for? Ansel the apothecary? Ansel the
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, it would help if I wasn't rolling a d12.
That might increase your odds if you use the 20.
25.
Okay. Now let me see. Yeah, no, you didn't get that. You didn't get 25, that's for damn sure. Hey. Wait, what was your question? You were asking who Ansel was, right?
Yes.
Okay, I was making sure. Coming out of the voices.
Oh, don't you know?
Well, Edwin, of course.
Yes, that's what I meant by throwing my... Because I do Edwin voice all
This
the
is,
time.
Ansel was a good customer of mine. He bought from my special stock, and he moved to Marienburg last year. He came back, terrible scar on his head. Oh, it's wasting away, and he threatened me with a sword and asked me for the list of my other customers. And
Ansel came to you?
well, yes, about a year ago.
Oh.
Particular wares. I can't help but be curious. You're known for carrying a particularly splendid range of items.
Yes, of course. That's my reputation. I do my best.
What was
I'm a believer of free information.
I could appreciate
By
that.
free information, I mean free for me to sell.
Was there a particular type of information Ansel was interested in?
Well, no, he was buying the books on magic. It was treatises and conversations they usually kept in the college.
There weren't any trinkets involved?
Trinkets? No. How come I know? He vanished for a while. He told me he was going to Marienburg. And he came back with a scar on his head and he held a sword to my throat.
Asking for that list that the witch hunter was.
Yes, and then the witch hunters beat the shit out of me, asking me for those. They broke my legs before they left.
And this list was the same list of people, of customers?
Yes, it was all the same list of people. I wrote it down for him.
Would you be able to recall them as well? Now?
It was burned to the ground in my shop. I don't know. Roll perception.
Me?
Yeah.
The
Oh,
witch hunters are coming.
God.
you might...
We don't have
Where
Ansel.
can-
Please,
where
I
can-
rolled a 4. Why?
Wait,
Roll
Nils!
Nils gets to check as well.
Nils!
Okay, what's Mills get? He gets...
We don't know Ansel's
+3 to
if he's the
perception.
apothecary, the drunk, etc.
22!
Mills rolls a 22. he's at attention. Carmen's just fucking around with the axe on the bench.
His ears perk up.
He's a good
He
doggo.
leans over and he starts elbowing your armor. Sir, listen, outside. Hear lockstep boot heels clicking against the cobblestone.
Where can we find Ansel?
Kind of like
Let me-
gesture for him to come toward
sorry.
me.
You guys have been talking that
Yes.
whole time.
Okay.
This
No,
is their
it's
turn.
fair.
Yeah, gesture for him to come toward me.
He walks. He
And
moves
I'm
in a
gonna
little bit
like
closer.
go toward the door where they went up, and I'm gonna wait to see what happens.
Okay, so you
And so
shimmy
it-
closer to the door to the stairwell.
Yes.
Okay. As soon as you get to your little position where you're gonna wait to see what happens, smashing through the doors, stumbling is the priest of Shlea from the front, the temple guard, twirling as if he was shoved through the door himself. The other two guards run to his aid and help him up. There's Cat.
You're like, do you need aid?
Here, come over here.
Now with this commotion, I'm gonna go through the door.
Okay, you're gonna try and sneak through?
Yeah, and I'm gonna also
Well,
be like trying to figure out what's about to happen. Like I want to go to
Yeah, this is
them
what
if
I'm
they
doing.
burst
Okay.
through the door. Like that's
the
what I want
guards,
to do.
the temple guards are trying to, they're holding up their quarterstaffs horizontal to the ground, out in kind of a barring stance. They say, you have no authority here. I have authority wherever I go. Out of my way! And slaps one guy. Just backhand slaps one of the guards. And he takes a little bit of a pirouette and regains his stand and puts the stabs out again. These, you realize they look prepared to defend themselves, but they are definitely giving the witch hunters every opportunity to walk away, even taking hits
They are
to give
Chilean
them the
guards.
opportunity. Yeah, their oath is definitely showing.
Yes.
The other two guards that were standing near the doorway leading to the stairs run up to go support the others. And that's when because you said you wanted to swoop in during the
Yeah.
commotion. Okay. Nils tucks in
Yeah,
right
I'm
behind
gonna-
you when you start running
Just
up
like
the
that.
stairs.
Yeah. I'm gonna like hurriedly.
Just as he was getting around to talking about Ansel, it's when you able to get to the injury ward. You can see them standing at the opposite, at the far end.
Gonna rush up to them and like speak to them.
You
in
you
Dutch.
can hear the make perception tests.
8.
16?
Oh yeah, you can hear her coming. So you can turn and see her.
the clanging of my.
We have-
Change.
Oh
Tanky
dear, I think things are going to,
tank
I
is
think things are
coming.
going to get a little nasty.
Tanky the tank engine.
Where are we going? What Ansel? What is who is Ansel though? Which Ansel are we going to go to?
And I run up to him like, there's people at the door, and the guards are holding
Hey
in the back.
people.
Hold it. Don't worry.
It's people. Who is this?
I'll come with
This
you,
is one of the
Carmen.
other.
We will.
This is the other road warden. Show your
Who's
your
here?
badge.
Nice to meet you.
It's very nice. Who are you? What are you doing here?
My name is Carmen. We are investigating who attacked you.
You ran up here very quickly. Who's here?
I don't know.
It's the witch hunters.
Don't worry.
I don't know yet.
It's the witch hunters. I swear if it's witch hunters, you kill me right now.
Hildebrand, stay with him. Find out what information you can find.
He
Carmen,
comes out of the woodwork. Well, I told you owed me a favor.
Hildebrand, get what information you can get from him. Stay with him. Carmen, I'll go with you down the hallway and make sure no one comes further. You said witch hunters from earlier?
I don't know if they're witch hunters, but I.
Oh,
kind
no,
of
no,
like-
no. The men who came
Yeah.
in, it was the witch
Yeah.
hunters.
She's like
the ones who
ushering-
threw them and backhanded the guy. They were all wearing the hats.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't describe it. I did the
okay.
voice and.
I heard the voice, but I wasn't sure. Oh,
No,
come on.
they
She
walked
ushers
in.
Carmen-
It was the whole crew of witch
Okay.
hunters marching in.
Yeah.
Oh, we're dead.
I don't know if you're going to survive if you stay here. Are you okay with us bringing you out?
I can't go anywhere. My legs are broken and I'm horribly burnt. Kill me, please. Please.
Try and pick him up.
Ow! Ow!
Carmen, put him down!
Oh God, it hurts.
He's going to die if we leave him here.
Could
I'm
you?
going to die anyway. Just kill me. No pain.
Do you want to kill him?
Please.
Is that what you
One
want
of
to
you.
do?
You boy with the great big sword, please drive it right through my face.
Could you?
I hold up my hand.
Carmen, could you possibly
I'm
do
going
something to the way you healed yourself during battle? Is there something you could do to make the pain less, improve his state? Otherwise, we will take a station in that hallway and no one will pass us, and you know that's true.
Wait.
If you want,
Wait. You want the list, right?
I look at
Yes.
him.
You want? Okay. All right. You promise me that you stick a sword through my damn eyeball. I'll give you the list. Just swear to me you won't let them take me.
we will not let them take you. Where's the list?
Swear on Sigma.
This is a knight of Sigma.
Swear on
You will
Sigma.
not let them take you. That is what I am swearing.
Swear that you'll kill me.
I will not swear that.
I will kill you if it's between them taking you.
You're an elf. What do you swear on?
She actually takes a minute and kind of.
On every book that was burnt.
Oh, that's sad.
That is sad.
You
On,
swear.
on our shared love of freedom of information.
Preserve it at all
Just
costs.
kill. Fine. He fumbles with the mittens of bandages that are his hands. He fumbles at his shirt and pulls down with one hand, grabs the chain with the other, pulls it out, and there's a key on the end of the chain. Just take this. Okay. In my cellar, under a table, there's a trap door. It led. It goes down into the sewers. If you follow north, you'll find an old rusty gate. Not rusted over. I made it look like that. Use the key, open it up. In there, you'll find that's where I kept my special stock. The list is it's the same names that were on the list are on the shelves. Get the names from the shelves, and that's your list. Now, please, God, kill me, hurry, please.
Like looking out the door and down the hallway, like watching still.
I'll punch him to knock him out.
He's literally giving you a coup de grace state.
Yeah.
So however you
Yeah.
decide to kill him is the way he
I'm
does.
looking down the like
If you
I
do
know
that.
it might happen, but I don't want to be involved in this.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
like I'm looking down
Lanier's
the hallway.
like, close your eyes. Close your eyes.
Hey, thank you.
And she just unloads every magic missile, so 4 of them, straight into, like, as fast as possible. Just fucking bam, 4 of them.
Oh my God!
Just straight to his
You
face.
just
Fucking horrible.
pulped his head. It's a crater now.
But it was fast. Like, honestly, it was the fastest way I think I could kill someone.
You could have just any
Yeah.
attack would have killed him. But
Yeah,
okay, we're gonna go with that.
No.
I turn back, hearing the explosions.
You hear bump, 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 bump.
I look back.
Let's leave before.
We cannot. They
There's windows.
They saw us here. We're not leaving this crater of a body while we were up here. I'm taking him with me, and she picks him up.
You're right. That's morbid. Let's
You can
incriminating
hear-
evidence. Leave
You
the
can
body.
hear protests coming from
Leave the body
downstairs.
and let's go.
You
Please.
want this on your hands?
She's already walking towards the window. I'm leaving. You want to carry a dead body through the streets and think that that is not going to be incriminating as well? Go ahead for it.
I cover the body in a sheet.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, you're
Oh
throwing
my
it over
god.
your shoulder.
What?
You're throwing it over your shoulder.
No.
Or you're just covering
Put
the
it
body.
back in
Okay.
the bed and cover it in the sheet.
Okay.
That's fine.
That was
And you're
not.
heading for the window.
Yes.
That was not the way I would have handled that.
You didn't want to handle it, so I did. You can bitch about it on the way.
Let's
They
just
weren't up here
Stop
yet.
fighting and get out the window.
She's already like starting to climb, and she's yelling at Carmen
It's
while
a
she's climbing out the
two-story
window.
drop.
Oh god!
Yeah, you want to jump down there?
Did it? It was fine last time.
I'm gonna walk down. I'm gonna look down the hallway again.
They've come up to the second floor now.
Before they see our faces, let's go. So she's
Wait, come here. Dance like the clouds. Dexterity checks.
Also,
okay.
I'm going to use my hummingbird ring if I fail. So if I fall, she's gonna activate that.
Okay. Well, you don't have to declare that before. You can use the hummingbird ring reactively.
I would. Okay, cool.
That's
but
one of the things you can
yeah.
use reactively.
I would rather just be up.
I
so,
know.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
There are certain things that are obviously reactive.
Yeah.
That's one of the reactive things. It says specifically, when you fail a check, you can make it afterwards. If it's something that grants you advantage, you cannot give yourself advantage after you already roll.
Okay.
That's fair.
I have my grappling hook.
Oh my god.
Slide.
What?
Okay.
Alright, so,
make a dexterity athletics check.
17 plus 3, so 20. 20.
Okay. You slide all the way down to the first floor, perfectly fine.
She looks at the rope. Oh god. A little apprehensive and just goes to try and follow suit.
Okay. Roll. This is with advantage because he gave you the dexterity blessing.
Okay. So either a 15 or a 16.
They both are fine.
And I spot her.
Okay. You
Thank
repel down easily enough.
She's like, oh, I
Nils
don't like this.
says, Go.
You first.
You have the
Go.
spell on you.
Fine. And he
Give him a nudge.
moves out. And roll.
Oh fuck. He didn't have the spell though, right? Just
No,
me?
just you two. Because I know.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fair. No,
No
I wouldn't
rolled
trust us
shit.
either.
That he rolled.
But that's with, don't you also have, you have inspiration and shit?
Nils
Stuff?
does, but I had to declare it first, right?
Yeah.
Well, Nils had this.
Jesus.
I can add.
He can add the.
You're
You
supposed
can't
to.
add it after though.
You're
can
supposed to add
I?
it
Yeah.
before.
Okay. So he rolled a 4.
Well, doesn't he have a dex bonus?
No, he has a -1 to dex.
He
buddy.
Yeah.
he
Can we
jumps
try and
out
catch him?
as he's holding onto the rope.
Did you have that ring? The
Can we
ring?
try and oh, does that
No.
work? It's not for other
It's
people?
just on you. As he's sliding down, you see he's definitely not holding onto it tight enough.
Carmen is gonna Misty step out and try and catch him.
30-foot drop, right? Yeah, you can do a 30-foot
Yeah.
teleport.
Yup.
Oh, yeah!
In a flash of light, she's right next to you guys.
Heck yeah! Okay.
Love my squire. He must not die.
Make strength athletics checks, and if anybody's helping, you get advantage.
Definitely, we're all like, no!
Yeah.
You guys are helping?
Yes.
Okay. Where's my?
You can remember your inspiration too.
Yeah, inspiration this time.
It's true. Should I?
Listen, you gotta use it for the
All
important
right. What do
things,
I
like,
add? The 8.
D8.
D8.
Okay.
You got this.
A 17 plus. Where is my D8?
You're,
Oh, there it
Okay.
is. 17 plus 8 plus. Plus 6.
Strength bonus.
Oh, a high number. Let's go with that. Wait,
No,
so-
your strength, so you get +3.
No, I have proficiency in
so
athletics.
then 6, yeah, plus 6.
Is it 6? All right, so let me do
So 31.
Just 31.
31.
31.
31. Yeah! Sigma!
You catch him like a groom catching his bride. Just ba-doom, just gently lands in your hands.
Like Fezzik catching Buttercup.
Oh, I look at him like,
Hello, ladies.
are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. I like put him down.
Don't make it weird. Let him go.
What's that smell?
Overhead, you hear Get after them!
Run! Run! And I,
As you, so you start running. You clear the corner of the building. You start running down the street. Out of the hospital comes the witch hunters.
Quick, everybody with your cloak. Give me your cloaks, quick. I go over to them. Their cloaks. Prestidigitation. Color change.
Okay.
Jude, who's
puts up her hood.
She touches both herself and Carmen, and she's like, I trust you'll be able to hide on your own and cast invisibility on both of us.
And I pull my hood up.
That's when you see the mob in front of you.
But what about me?
We're in an alley. No, we pulled around.
You guys ran out of the alley into the street.
Okay.
The witch hunters came out of the hospital, saw you, and started running after you. That's when around the street corner in front of you, where you were running, comes an angry-looking mob with pitchforks.
I hate this city! Go back to the woods!
The one at the front of that mob screams, "There they are! There's the bastards that let our house burn! I don't care if you're witch hunters, get them!" They start running right at you.
Out of the way.
And right past you. Start chasing after the witch hunters.
That solves that problem, so where were we going?
That's a little bit of urban justice for you.
Ooh.
Let's
And
get back.
that
Is where we're going.
is where we're gonna leave off as they run for the hills.
Oh my God. Yeah. Very much so.
Right.
Alright,
We'll
let
see you
me
next week.
I have to go order some food.
Yeah.
I have been your narrator, Conry. With me has been.
Cassandra Lee.
Ryuko.
And Geode Dragon.
Thank you very much for hanging out with us, guys. Remember to follow us on all your social medias to get your updates. And until we see you again next time, remember to stay evil.